I'm KMD. I want to learn how to play Shark and Depth ASAP. There's one big-eyed issue with that though. I play Big Eye Thresher, almost exclusively Big Eye Thresher. I quite literally cannot dedicate hundreds of hours for every single shark. So, I'll interview a specialist for all of them. One for every single shark. Welcome to Masters of the Sea. Welcome to another episode of Masters of the Sea. Today we'll be discussing a shark that's known for its damage output and being one of the best teammates for any shark, the Thresher Shark. My guest today is one of the most dangerous Threshers out there. So, my dear guest, who are you and why Thresher?
Hi everyone, I'm a Ploof 06, but I just go by Ploof, that's what everyone calls me, and I am a Thresher main. So it started with, because when I first played, I played the Tiger Shark because it was like the tutorial, the shark that tutorial showed. And then me and Altis, we do this duo combo thing where he wanted to he plays Tiger and I play Thresher. And because he used to have a duo where he Kin was his Thresher and stuff. And he talked about how Kin has been MIA and he hasn't seen Kin in a long time. I haven't played with him, so he kind of technically lost his duo, and I kind of wanted to be his new duo after Kin left, and that's why I started to pick up Thresher. But slowly, after playing it and figuring out how it worked, I just liked how fast it was. Just basically the damage output, where you could just hit multiple players at once. I like really speedy sharks, and Thresher is just a really fun shark to play. But yeah, that's why.
I see. And how did you get into playing Depth?
So I was introduced to the game by church, and because before I never even knew about this game. I never even knew it existed. It was just one day randomly on Discord, he asked me to maybe try this game, and he sent me this link of this game called Depth, and so I clicked on it and I decided to try it out with him, and it was fun. It was very fun, actually. I liked it a lot. And then he brought me to this whole community where the old Sharky server was a thing. It was probably still a thing, but it's mostly dead, unfortunately. But before, when it was still mostly alive, there would just be a bunch of vet players that would play a bunch of haywire games, and throughout that, I met Altis, met Reed, Chomper. It just overall the community was really nice, and I get to meet a bunch of cool people, make a bunch of new friends, and I just honestly like the community a lot. And it just went from just basic haywire to games where just shark versus divers, and those are also very fun. But yeah, that's how I got into Depth.
Okay, so how long would you say that Thresher took to master? At what point, if there was even any specific point, but when would you say you understood Thresher?
So I definitely know how it works. I know how the mechanics work. I know how to play it. But I would say I quite mastered it because, map wise, I'm only good in a few maps. I feel like mastering it, quote unquote, equals to being able to play well in any type of map. And I've seen Kim play before. I was lucky to see him play Thresher, and he was very, very good at it. I also would use watch his old videos and find some inspiration from it, where I could try a new strat or find one of his strats and use it in one of my games. Especially in maps that I struggle with a lot. I would try to find a map that or I find a video where he plays in that map, and I would use it to help me out. So I'd say Ken is the only one that mastered it, because his videos helped me with when I watched it. I got a lot of inspirations from how Thresher worked and how to play it. But I won't say I mastered it, because mastering it, in my opinion, it's just being good at every map. That's quote unquote mastering, in my opinion. So I haven't, but I do know how to play it, and I am good in a couple of maps. So yeah.
Okay. So what would you say is the main appeal of Thresher? What would you say is your favorite thing about it?
So for me, I like the fact that you could, hit multiple divers at once with your tail, if you're lucky enough. They have to be really close, like a cluster and stuff. But I usually I could get two if I'm lucky, because usually some divers, they like to stay far from each other, especially the vets. They like to go out and do open water, so they're not clustered together. But with the new players, which I played against before, they like to stick together as a group. And then so that's just really good for Thresher, for me, because I could just damage all four of them with my tail. And if I get lucky, lucky enough, I could like kill maybe 2 in one go, and then the other 2, or my teammates get the other 2 really easy kills. Another great good appeal that I really like about Thresher is its ability to break utilities. It's I think the only shark that like its ability is able to break utilities. I'm pretty sure. Like
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, of course, like other sharks can too. Like you just ram into it. Like like tigers, they can like break sharks. You just have to you just ram into it, or you can like ram into sonars and break it. But like Thresher could like do it where like I just zoom by and I have to like I just hit it with my tail and I could just leave. And it's not like other sharks where they have to like actually like think about it. Like
Yeah.
have to like ram through the thing. I could just do like a little drive by, and sometimes like with like the new players and even the vets, sometimes I'm just able to break it and get out, and they wouldn't even know like I'm there, because of how speedy it is. Yeah, I think that's it. Also, the tail, it's able to like break walls and stuff. That's also quite nice. I do this thing where like I would like camp like a wall. I hardly like do it, but this is like one of the small strats that we use. Where I like if I see a diver that's like close to the wall, I will like if I had a level 3 tail, I would like break the wall, zoom in, grab someone, and get out. Basically, it just makes really good like strats to like drive by, and they usually don't expect it. Sometimes the vets don't expect it, but it's mostly the new players. They just don't think about like how I'm like behind that broken wall and I'm just gonna break through and grab someone, and that's usually very effective. But yeah.
Hell yeah. So to contrast this question a bit, what is your least favorite part about Thresher?
Least favorite part, definitely medkits. It's like really annoying how you go in, right? And then you hit a bunch of them just for all of them to heal back up. And especially I could see that very clearly because I'm a big fan of electroreception, which I'll talk later on about it. But I could like clearly see the health. So it's kind of annoying and frustrating when you like see like someone's health like half, and then just to see that diver swim down, pick up a med kit, and then heal all the way fully back up. It's just quite annoying.
Yeah, I can
Especially
relate to that.
they went from an easy kill to a now I have to try again type of thing. I've like got instances where like divers use like volley jet against me. I'll say like the vets don't use it as much because they have like their own like ways of dealing with it. But sometimes I've seen like think like when I play against, I don't quite remember this, but like maybe like Chomper or Reed, or they'd start using volley jet. Again, I'm not quite sure. I don't quite remember it. So I'm sorry guys if I got it wrong, but I do remember one of you, maybe Church as well, maybe Altus. I don't quite remember which one of you guys, but you guys did use volley jet against me before, and that was quite annoying. And I actually I also like, because I don't play diver too much. Like I think I tried like volley jet like twice. And the second time I did it, it was like when I think it was like maybe Reed that played Thresher, and I tried it and it was pretty effective because I was able to hit him way easier. It like clearly like it made a difference with like compared to the pistol where like I miss him all the time. The volley jet, it's like really easy to hit. And then so I also have the instances where it's like super easy for them to hit me because of it's just a really good weapon to hit like small targets.
You have a very
Makes
big
it very
spread.
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's also quite an annoying thing. Well, not as annoying as medkit. Volley jet I could kind of deal with, but it's still annoying. Bleed is also a very, very annoying thing. I just like speed. I like to go in and get out. But if I get hit by bleed, I can't move, and that just kind of just ruins my whole plan of doing a drive-by. Because if I can't move, then usually vets, they like to chase after me. New players, so it's kind of different. New players, I could like get around it, but like vets, if I get bleed and I can't move, I'm just dead because vet, when I go against like vet divers, they like to chase me and I can't really do anything about it. I could just hide, and it's kind of annoying sometimes how I can't do anything about it.
Yeah, especially
Tagging
with
as well.
some maps
Yeah.
having like very inconsistent cover around the safe rooms. Like sometimes you just cannot really lunge into cover, so they cannot chase you down without like actually bleeding out. I feel like that's
Yeah.
that's also very annoying on Big Eye too. Like I get bleed and I cannot even like get into cover because the map doesn't just have any cover nearby, or the cover that it already has, it just gets easy circumvented by chasing. So yeah, I definitely relate to that.
Yeah, it is. It's quite annoying. Tagging as well. I mean, I don't know. I feel like maybe I don't know if like sharp players like agree with me as it's like the most annoying. I put that on my list though. I feel like tagging's kind of annoying because like it just knows where I'm at. I guess if like maybe like real good sharp players could like find a way over it, and I've done it too. But like my way of doing it is just kind of just wait it out. I don't because like there's not really much you could do to tagging. You're just kind of have to wait it out. Unfortunately, I mean you could charge in, but they're gonna know exactly where you are. Maybe against new players, I like would charge in. I wouldn't really quite care about tagging because their aim is kind of bad. Like again, no offense, but the aim is not good. So I get like a slight confidence, maybe I could just charge in and get someone get out. But if with vet players, it's completely different. Like they could shoot you with a spear gun from a mile away. I had that happen to me a bunch of times. I had like maybe like Church or Reed do that to me where I like maybe got like tagged by one of them. And then and I just get shot with a spear gun from like miles and miles away, like super far away. I don't even get to see their little red silhouette and I'm dead. And so that's like the one annoying thing we have to like wait out the tagging. Drag is also quite annoying. And here's the thing, I didn't really like get like the ability, like knew about the ability as much because my friends don't really use that against me, but there was a game where I played I guess against Webs and she used that. And in my opinion, it was kind of annoying, even though I didn't really get to experience drag as much. But she did use that. And I was like confused. I was like, how am I so like where did my stamina go? Why am I so slow? And then she was like, oh yeah, no, I use drag. I was like, oh, that makes sense. But drag is annoying, especially when you're in like a map where it's like hard to heal. For example, like Devil's Head, right? If I get hit by bleed or poison, my idea is to get out as fast as possible and get a seal. And seals are quite far away. But if you get dragged, there's nothing you could do. Like it just slows down your entire process. And then it just talks and bleed, it just kicks in. And you're just trying to swim to a seal as fast as you can, but you're getting dragged down by the drag. And yeah, that's also quite annoying. Just basically drag just kind of slows you down, takes away your stamina. It's like, I'll say it's like bleed, because bleed like stops you, right? It stops you from moving. Drag just slows you down completely.
So you would say that is Thresher is kind of just dependent on a lot of modifiers in terms of ammo?
Yeah, because it's hard to shoot with like, if you don't like have like a modifier on a weapon, it's really hard to do with a Thresher.
Yeah, so like I think like the only modifier I can think of that doesn't really affect Thresher is like Trank, I guess. Like everything else kind of just annoys it, I would say.
Yeah, no, Trank is I've gotten Trank before, but it's usually by like new players and stuff. And it's like never any of the like my friends or like the vet players I play against, none of them use Trank against me. Hardly like, ever. But like it's always like the one random in our team, well, in the diver squad, or like maybe like 4 new players they use Trank and stuff. And yeah, like you said, it does not affect me as much. So
I remember when I was like new to the game, I was not aware of how long tagging lasts. I thought that you can get rid of it faster by smashing yourself to the wall because like the tag like fell off the shark, right? So like whenever I got tagged, I just like kept ramming into a wall to get rid of it, and I just wasn't aware of how it actually works.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I should have tried that. I just kind of quote unquote just waited it out because I don't know. I guess it was being patient or something.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, I never tried that out when I was a new player. No, but it was a good idea. But maybe if I probably like thought about it, maybe I would have tried it. But no, I just kind of just waited it out.
Honestly, it would be a good mechanic because like it's one of the few animal modifiers that you cannot really like top because like tagging just there's like 3 modifiers that kind of are just like affected over time that have like a long duration. It's like toxic, bleed, and tagging. Bleed is like countered by standing still. Toxin, you just eat a seal. Tagging, you just kind of have to sit there. Like if they added something like if the like shark smashes a wall like 2 times, the tag just bounces off or something like that. I think that could be a good idea. Like
that would be.
You're just meant to like sit there.
Yeah, it's annoying. You have to wait it out, and it's like a waste of time because you're on a time crunch because of Steve.
Which I guess is why it's kind of good, but I mean, there's not really anything like interactive about it, I would say.
I'd say either like maybe like nerf it because like the time that tagging stays on me, it's so long. I feel it's maybe like longer than any of the other modifiers. I could be wrong though, but
10 seconds is kind of ridiculous in my opinion for a modifier.
It is very ridiculous. Yeah, and there's like nothing you could do about it. You just have to quote unquote wait it out. There's no way of getting rid of it. But yeah, something maybe ammo box thieves can consider doing. That would be slightly more fair, I think. But yeah, back to what I was saying. What was like, more things that are annoying, incompetent teammates. Because I'm a support shark, and I play Thresher like a support shark. I like never really had like an instance where I have to be the one to carry, unless special situations where my teammate is just struggling a lot, and I decide to go in and get more kills. But usually, how I do is I like to do a lot of drive-bys a lot. I don't really focus on killing as much unless I unless I quote unquote need to. What I mean by that is like we're like maybe down by like 10 or 20 lives and my teammates died maybe like 20 times and like the diver is still on like what maybe like they probably only lost like 5 lives, and then that's when I go in and decide to like be a carry. But usually I just play as a support shark. I damage a lot of the divers. I try my best to damage them. And if I miss one or if I die in the middle of it, I'm like praying, hoping that my teammate could just go in, get a bunch of easy kills. Because usually what I do is I just make it so that my teammate could get like a bunch of kills. I had instances where I damaged like a lot, right? I will give you an example. I've like hit like 3 divers and that was super duper low. And I'm like really confident. So I go in, I try to kill them, but I fail. But then my teammate goes after me and kills all 3 of them. And even though it's not my kills, but it's still nice. I mean, like my teammate still got the kills and we're like ahead life wise because I only lost 1, my teammate survived and got 3, so that's good. That's a good thing. But incompetent teammates, like again, be example, if I damage 3 of them really low and I mess up and my teammate goes in and just dies without getting anyone, yeah, that's kind of frustrating. Also, another annoying thing, it like makes a loud noise for Thresher when it like kind of swims, which I haven't really found out about it until like way before, where another Thresher mate, Icarus, told me about it, and it kind of made sense why that every time I'd go straight beeline for a vet, they like just instantly just turn to my direction and shoot me because of how much noise I make, which is also a really annoying part. But yeah, that's all the annoying things.
Okay.
My opinion about Thresher, yeah.
Okay, so what evolutions do you run on Thresher? What evolutions are like your fun picks? What are like the strongest picks? And what would you say, besides the ability upgrade, is like the evolution for Thresher?
The evolution? Okay, so for me, most important thing, the tail. Like, me personally, I would get electro reception first, especially against like vet divers, because how I like to do it, especially against really good divers, I like to kind of like pick them off one by one. You're gonna have to do that because it's hard to do like a 1v2, especially both of them have a really good aim. So I like go for one, damage them, and then I go for that same exact person, hoping that I could maybe kill them. New player-wise, it doesn't really matter for electro reception because I just kill a bunch of them either way. I don't really need that. But definitely I put that first when I'm going against vet divers. But if I'm not, then I focus on my tail. Because I just need to get one kill like when the game starts, right? Because you start off 10 points. If I just get 1 kill, I can already get my tail to level 2. And that's like, that allows me to break walls and stuff. It just speeds up the process of being able to like use your tail to break utilities or break walls and just get your strat, like build your strat up of how I want to do what I want to do, like drive-bys and stuff. I like nimble fin is good because I like to be very speedy and stuff. I like to be a really fast sharp player where I just like to zoom around a lot. So nimblefin is really good. I like usually if I'm lucky with my points and stuff, I like max out my tail after I get electro reception and then I get nimble. Hangry. Oh wait, actually no, I actually get hangry before nimble. That's my bad. But hangry is good. I just I liked it a lot. It's been like a bit of a routine that I do where I just get hangry a lot. Me and Altus both enjoy it. And so I started to also like hangry a lot. It's just very helpful. It like gives me like that, slightly like more stamina and why so I don't have to like watch my stamina, worry about running out of stamina. Hangry is very helpful for that. So powerful tail, also a really good one. I usually hardly kind of use that. If for me it's just nimble, hangry, and blindside. Blindside is also really good because it allows me to change directions like mid-lunge. And it's really helpful when I'm trying to like dodge someone. Or if I get a kill and they're shooting at me and I could just, soar around and like escape to another direction where they can't shoot me. Placoid is also good. I've used Placoid before. But that's like usually when I'm like either close to winning or I get like a ton of points maybe. Like maybe my teammate is just really bad. I'm just getting a ton of kills and I get like 50 points or 80 points. And I would get Placoid. It's really useful in my opinion because it reduce the damage of like, like guns. Like you shoot like bullet wise, it reduces the damage. Spear doesn't affect spear, unfortunately, but it does help with the guns, especially when my teammate is doing really, really bad and we're like really, really low on lives, and divers they just have really, really good weapons. I want to say spear, but like, weapon wise, like guns that shoot bullets and stuff, I get like placoid to like try to like survive, slightly longer.
Yeah.
It helps just a little bit. Yeah. Never really tried like Vitalize Frenzy as much, but I personally feel like it would be a really fun ability. I was told that this was like another fun evolution you could do because you just heal up every time you get a kill, and like I said, it's like easy for Threshers to get kills if you just do really quick drive-bys where you just do a drive-by and then you come back to the exact same spot and then you do a drive-by again and you could get someone, and it heals you up basically for a kill. And I guess it would be very, very fun.
Do you mean Blood Feast? Because Blood Feast is the one that heals you. Vitalize resets your cooldown of your ability.
Oh, right. My bad.
You're good.
Wrong thing. But yeah. Sorry. Cut that out. But yeah, no. Fire Frenzy. Yeah, that's. No, I was like wondering. I was like, yeah, that sounded wrong. But like, I was wondering why. That's my bad. But yeah, no, that's what I meant. Yeah, no. Ability cooldowns. Blood Feast is also. I mean, I feel like Vitalize Frenzy and Blood Feast, they could like work together because kill wise, it like gets your health back. It instantly heals you back. Vitalize Frenzy, every time you get a kill, your ability gets refreshed. And you just quote unquote spam your tail a lot if you are like able to kill a bunch of a bunch of divers. Like you kill one, get your tail back, kill another one, get your tail back. But yeah.
Yeah, they're just very pricey, very expensive evolutions.
Very pricey, yes.
You might not get them all the time, especially since you're like a support shark, so most of the kills in the game will be coming from your teammate, I would say. So you would have to like kind of be solo carrying the match to get those. But yeah, I would say they're also very good.
Yeah. It's a really fun one that everyone Thresher players, you could try it out.
Yeah.
If you get like the points to do it, like don't put that ahead of anything else. Tail is number one most important. Hangry, me personally, I like it. Electro reception is also like a thing where some players would use it, some players would not. Me personally, I just like it because my way of play style is just picking people off one by one, and having electro reception really helps me with that. I just pick out the weak ones, basically I just weed out the weak ones in a way. But yeah, like Battle Frenzy, if you get lucky at the end, we're like, oh, I don't know what else to put on my Thresher, then you could try Vitalize Frenzy. It'd be fun. It's a fun ability. It like helps you win faster if you're already winning, because like the ability, being able to spam it and stuff. But it doesn't necessarily help you win, right? Because like me personally, tail would would help you win. In my opinion, just maxing out the tail would be really helpful. Something else that I haven't added, razor fins. I usually put that on because I don't really use PT a lot, in my opinion. I used to, but that's like when I was a Tiger main. But PT, it slowly started to not become like an important thing for me. Like I still use it sometimes. I want to be like super duper fast. But sometimes, when I want to get more damage, I do like razor fins because I do drive-bys, right? A lot as a Thresher. So usually when I do that, like with razor fins, like I could cut some of the divers or just damage them a bit more, which I quite like. And also if I get hit by a net, unfortunately, it just helps me build up for that. What happened? What would if a diver get like a net and stuff, and I already have razor fins, I don't have to quite worry about it. But I like razor fins because it just does like slightly a bit more damage, and I'm like thrashing around especially. And let's say give example, maybe Reed tries to pop up and try to bang stick me, because usually when I'm thrashing in a room, I can't really quite move. So vet players, they would just swim up to me and bang stick me. Well, Reed does that. Chamber and Church also does that before, I think, but Reed does it way more. That's the one I remember most clearly about. And so that just it just damages them a little bit. Hopefully I'll say fends them off. I just personally like it because I just want to do a bit more damage. I'm not looking to kill. I'm just looking to damage a lot of the divers, like I've said before. So I personally also like razor fin a lot, but then again, it's a preference. It doesn't really it's not really an important thing. It's something I would add on after I level on my tail, get hangry, get nimblefin, get blindside, get electroreception, and I just do razorfin for fun usually. That's like a fun little thing I like to put in. Me personally, I kind of really like it a lot. But yeah, that's everything for that
Alright.
question.
So I know that Threshers are very like universal and like can help a lot of sharks out, but what would you say is Thresher's best teammate?
Best teammate, me personally, Tiger and Thresher is a really, really good combo. But like Hammer and Thresher is also like, it's also like close behind that. Thresher just works as a good distraction for Tigers. Tiger is sneaky. Tigers are very, very sneaky. And that's a good thing because, of its ability. It's could go like slightly invisible. When I used to play Tiger, I like to be very, very sneaky. So it would just be a thing where like maybe you just hide somewhere, or I just go in, all the divers have their attention locked in on me, and I'm fast, and I'm just swimming around, and they're just all focused on me trying to shoot me, and then he just pops up out of nowhere, kills a bunch of them. Or maybe I just, go in, mess up. This was like when I, was like new to Thresher and die a lot. And then they would just be they'll still have their attention focused on killing me and my dead body. They wouldn't like know like a shark was behind them, and then he would just go in and kill a bunch. But yeah, I personally like number one duo in my heart, Tiger and Thresher. Hammer and Thresher is also really good because I've been playing with Pleco recently, and he plays Hammer a lot, and we make a really really, really good team. Me personally, I feel like we make a really, really good team. It was just like really fun where like, cause like I was like told that like, oh, you might not have enough fun with like a Hammer because like you're a Thresher, right? Because Hammers to go in, take all the kills, and you're not gonna get any kills, and they'll probably like, just take all of your kills. And as not quite true. I mean, me and Flego, we make a really, really good team. I personally like the combo a lot. Like, of course, like he goes in and gets like a bunch of kills, but there was also instances where I would go in and I would get a bunch of kills, and he just follows after me and picks up the remaining ones. It's like a back and forth type of thing where we both where one of us goes in, doesn't matter who, damages a bunch or like kills a bunch, and then the other one just zooms in and picks off the rest. We do like team wipes like that, and it's honestly very, very satisfying when you just go in and wipe out the entire diver squad with your teammate. But yeah, Hammer and Thresher has been a really fun duo for me as well. Mostly because we kind of just split the kills evenly. I'm not saying like Plug was like a bad hammerhead or anything, but it just makes it fun, like how like we just both like share the kills in a way. And it's not like, oh, random hammerhead Meg where just goes and takes all the kills, and I'm just sitting there like, not knowing what to do because we have a teammate.
People just like steal my kills all the time. It pisses me off. Let me get my evolutions, dude.
Yeah, no, it is very annoying. But there's like a balance. I feel like maybe you just need to have like a good hammerhead teammate or friend, someone that you're close to that just balances out the kill. I like how we don't have to discuss about, oh, can I have these kills, or oh, like we should like split these kills. No, me and him, we never have discussions of that. We just chat and play basically. Well, we don't really like chat. We just chat about random stuff. Maybe like what's going on, like in the game and stuff. Yeah. We never have to talk about splitting kills, which is very nice. Right? He gets a few. He gets like half of the kills. I get half the kills, or mostly sometimes like very even with each other. Maybe sometimes he'll maybe get like 20 kills, and I have like maybe close up to like maybe 18 or something. It's, in my opinion, still kind of close in my opinion, but yeah. So it's very like evenly spread out. But that's not for everyone.
How would you say you could like deal with like people stealing kills in public games if you're like solo queue on Shark? If you're playing by yourself?
That's a good question.
Because like in my experience, it's kind of just like don't die 5 heads and don't get like just go in when they die, but like don't die isn't really good advice, I would say.
Yeah, no, I've had like a game where it was like just really, really frustrating where my teammate used me as like a bait / meat shield / like just I don't know. He just basically used me. No, I just go in, right, try to damage everyone, and then my teammate just doesn't go in and help me at all. It's only when I die every single round that he finally decides to go in, kill everyone, and I get no kills out of it. That was very frustrating. I mean, we of course we didn't win because, well, I don't think we won because I was just getting used a lot, and I don't know why. I mean, we're supposed to work as a team, first of all, right? And me dying doesn't necessarily help you out. We just lose more lives. And that person wasn't even good. They just used me as like a shield
to weaken
as like,
divers, yeah.
Yeah, to weaken divers, and just goes in, takes everything, and I can't get points to do anything. And I just become weaker and weaker, and they become stronger and stronger, but it doesn't quite matter because
there's 2 sharks in the match, yeah.
yeah, 2 sharks. 1 shark is not going to necessarily do all the damage. And this person didn't even play Mako. I forgot what shark they played, but it was definitely not Mako. See, if it was Mako, it'd be a different story. Yeah, Mako single-handedly, you could get like a bunch of kills, bunch of points. Me personally could wipe out an entire lobby.
If it was a great fight, I would be surprised.
Yeah. And I guess I won't be as mad. I mean, because my Mako teammate does good, but we lost. And that person, they didn't even play Mako. So I don't know what they're taking all the kills from me for. Like, if it was Mako, yeah, I'll happily hand it over. I'll even help. Like, if I see a marked player, I'll go in, I'll damage them. I'll help them kill that marked player. But they're not a Mako. So I don't know what the plan was. But yeah, what you brought up, it was very annoying. I don't know what I would do. Because I'm not the type to, like, talk to, like, quote-unquote strangers as much. When like we're losing and stuff, I maybe like type in like one sentence, be like, don't go in, wait, especially when we have like low lives and stuff. But I don't know, I just sit and let it happen. I kind of just like brush past that feeling and try to get kills and stuff. I don't like, it doesn't like, it still like bothers me a lot, but and it makes me really, really upset, but it's not quite of a thing where I'm gonna be like, hey, communicate with them and be like, can you stop taking my kills and stuff? I don't know. I feel like that's kind of be like rude in my opinion. I don't want to be mean or rude. So I just let them like do that basically. It doesn't really matter. I'll just like, yeah.
I feel like you just kind of have to focus on picking off like people who like go away from the team and like try to get points by that, or like just wait for them to get into the room to force the game to actually like progress. Like if you're just getting like point cucked, I would say, then you just kind of wait for someone to just go in the room instead of you, I would say. To then like take people that they softened. It's only fair, especially if they're like a high health shark. Then that's like literally how the game is supposed to be. Like the high health shark goes in first to take the aggression from divers. I think you just have to wait for them to do the action.
See, I try to do that, but like this person just waits. Like they just sit there and wait. They don't make any like move. They have to like wait for me to make a movement for them to go on. Like that's what I'm. Yeah.
Well, then they're just throwing the game.
Basically, yeah. They weren't even playing Mako or like a shark that just get themselves a ton of points. Like you're getting the same amount of points as I am. You necessarily getting stronger doesn't necessarily help us as a team. It's like a team game. All right. If it wasn't a team game, there'd be 1 shark, not 2. So yeah, like incompetent teammates like that, like I said before, it's just annoying. I don't want to be rude or mean though, because at the end of the day, it's a game. Like I am competitive, don't get me wrong, but like at the end of the day, it's a game. I'm not gonna be mean. I'm not gonna tell them to like, hey, back off or stop, doing this to me. Like you're just rude, or I don't know. I just didn't want to be mean or rude. It's just something where I'm just like, oh, it happens. Next game. Hopefully I don't run into the same person again. Usually I don't. I like hardly have like teammates that are like that steal my kills. I think that happened to me like 1 time. That was like the most frustrating one I can remember. The other ones weren't as bad, but this one I remember very vaguely, very clearly, because it's just how annoying it was. I never gotten like used like that before. It was not a fun experience.
Yeah.
But I just like let it go by, like nothing happened and move on. Because at the end of the day, it's a game, and I'm not trying to make enemies. So yeah, I just let it happen.
Okay, so what would you say makes a map good or bad for Thresher? What would you say is your least and most favorite map for Thresher? And if they're not the same, then what is the best map for Thresher?
Best map. Me personally, I really, really, really it's kind of like it's hard to like pick. Olmec is good. I like Olmec because like like the tunnel. There's a specific tunnel under the temple where I love using that so much, because when Steve goes in, that's like a must. That's like an important save for Steve.
Yeah.
And then everyone just has to chill in that tunnel. The new players like to do that. Veteran players like to go open water a lot, so it's not as like quite useful. But like new players wise, like everyone likes to stay in the tunnel, and it's like a straight tunnel down. And usually, I don't know why they don't just camp the tunnels, because
Yeah, it's like
but like I
the
do
most
appreciate
obvious
it.
shark highway in the game,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, they don't camp the tunnels though. I don't think I've ever like even my friends like the vet divers they never like camp the tunnels where they just like hold like a specific angle where they could like see one side of the tunnel and then have someone else see the other side of the tunnel. So it's like impossible for me to even go one without being headshot with a spear gun or something, which I do appreciate people for not doing that. It's like it's like it makes it fun for me, and I like that tunnel a lot. I just like to go zoom, back and forth. It's very fun, and usually like I get like a hit in where I grab someone from the tunnel. One of my most like favorite like I guess like drive by like Shark Highway is number one in my opinion. So I guess I put Olmec as like my favorite map. When I play Olmec, like I hardly like lost as a Thresher. Like it's always against against like vet divers. I'm like always like maybe like super close. Maybe like it's like 1 against 0, or I just get very, very close to winning. And with new players, I just absolutely crush them.
Yeah.
So me personally, I feel like Olmec is a really, really good map for Thresher. Maybe like even the best map. I just really like the Shark Highways. There's like a lot of windows you could come into, like, you could go like drive-bys and stuff. A lot of like, tunnels, like even the ones like under certain buildings where you could, like maybe when they're like just up inside, chilling inside the building, and then there's like a tunnel beneath them and it just opens up like a little hole. I just like dart in, and there's just like a lot of entrances. I feel like in my opinion that map probably has like the most open areas or entrances. Me personally, I like it a lot. Just a lot of tunnels, windows that you could like break. The two buildings that are in, it makes it very, very easy for me to get like a bunch of kills, get out. I've like had so many instances where I just go in when all four of them, even vet divers, are like all in that little house, and I go in and I maybe kill like one and I get out without like losing any health. That has happened to me before where they didn't shoot like a single bullet on me and I just get out scot-free. Like no, not a single like drop of health has like, I like has like dropped from my bar. So personally, Olmec, really good map for Thresher. Antigo's also really good. I also say that's like another one of my favorite. Just mostly because like the tunnels, like I said, it's like a big map. It's not really a map that like I would say like you can still open water it, but it's like just most like maps where it's like there's like a bunch of inside, like it's just like not inside, bunch of like rooms where you just go in and
indoor
stuff.
sections.
Indoor
Yeah.
sections. And it just makes it easier, because like I said, I do like to do drive-bys. So I go in, get out, and they can't really do anything about it. Vets will chase after me, sure. New players, they're almost like 100%. They will never do that because they're scared to do that. I'm scared to do that. Because I'm like a terrible diver player. That's why I like Shark a lot, and that's why I main Thresher, and I like Shark a lot, but because I'm scared to do that. So I know new players are also scared to do that. Till this day, I still haven't like gotten the courage to open water. I just like to stay inside rooms. And so for like people like that, it's like really, really easy for me to just target them. And like I said, quote unquote, pick them off is how I like to play. So I just like pick them off like one by one, or like maybe I'll get like 2x2s or something if I'm lucky. Hillside, also another good one. Like I said, just a lot of indoors, a lot just maps with like a bunch of indoors, just very, very useful. Galleon as well, like the ships and stuff. If you know how to like, use Galleon to your advantage and like maneuver around the ship areas, like the rooms, it's like very like hard rooms to like maneuver around. Like that I still need to work on, but I personally feel like Galleon is also a really, really good map, even though I struggle a lot in that map and I'm still struggling to this day because of how hard the maneuver is. It's just very small rooms. But that also like makes it easier for you to like hit multiple divers because of how small the rooms are. It's like a, it's like a two-way, it's like a two-way sword where like just, it benefits you and then it also like stops you as well, where like, oh, it's either hit divers, but it's really hard for you to get out because it's a very small room and there's only like a few entrances I could get out of. So you're gonna have to like plan ahead to like be able to like figure it out or like get out of there. Hillside, like back to what I was saying, Hillside also a really good map. The windows, I would say recently, but like couple weeks ago, I was taught like, new strats and stuff about like, especially the Windows strats, which I didn't know about because I usually use Windows as like a run, like a drive-by. I don't like quite like just do like a quick, I do like just like a quick tail and then I get out. So I never really tried a strat where like, I was recommended this by like Icarus and stuff, but I just like, you know, go and just like slightly little into the window, and if they're like close to the window, I'm able to hit them with my tail and like dart back out, like turn around, dart back out. Because me personally, I'm like a, you know, a shark player that likes to beeline a lot as a thresher, which I honestly should stop doing because not really that useful in my opinion, especially against vet divers. It's really rough. They just see me. It's like I'm a clear target because I just go straight beeline for it. I don't turn. I don't turn left. I don't twist and turn. So it's very easy for them to headshot me. But yeah, those like window strats where you like have to think about going in a little bit and then turning, like doing like a 180 and like turning like back and then zooming out. I'd say that's like good practice. It helps me like, you know, work on my like, you know, direction changing and like dashing out fast, reaction time as well. You need to have really fast reaction. You need to remember to go in, get out. That strat, reaction time, very important. Because I do like have instances where I go in, hit someone, and I kind of freeze, right? Because like I don't think about it, or my reaction time just didn't kick in and I die. It's like a really fast, like a snap. Like you have to get out as fast as possible as soon as you do that. So I like it trains my reaction time. I like it. It like, you know, it's a really sometimes when players get close to the windows, really easy for me to like kill, you know, diver when they're close to the window. Very super duper easy, very easy kill. Direction wise helps me, you know, practice those as well. But yeah, that's like Station, also a really good map. Like I said, just mostly indoor stuff. I don't want to go too into it. I have like a bunch of favorite maps. But like they're only my favorites because there's a lot of just indoor wise big areas, but with like a bunch of like cluster little buildings I could go in. Most of them have like big rooms I could just maneuver around. And one map, you know, Galleon is quite small. The ships are quite small. It's like a small room, but it's still very useful. Okay, back to now to the worst maps, right? Worst maps, Devil's Head, Snowfall. Like I'll do good in it, but it's like really frustrating when you get like poisoned, bleeded, and tagged maybe, or you get dragged, and there's just no way for you to get any heals. Especially when I said in the map, you know, Devil's Head, where it's just impossible to get kills. Especially when I get dragged, it's just really hard to like get a seal and survive. Snowfall as well. The penguins are really annoying to kill. I usually have to like beach myself to try and take one, and that's really really frustrating.
No clue how they go for that. People just get these what angles do they want us to like get on the ice to actually grab the penguins? I still have no clue how to like what angle do you approach it? How do you aim for that?
I'm still working on that. Like dolphin dives, I think you just have to quite time on it. Like I've gotten slightly better at it before. Like I don't play Snowfall as much. It's like a very very rare map for me. Like so I don't get to like practice that as much. But I think you just have to like time your dolphin dive, or like maybe just just get lucky. I don't really quite know. I still can't figure out how to properly like get a penguin from the ice without beaching myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do that a lot because I can't like learn my lesson where I'm just like instead I just keep trying to grab penguins and heal. That was like the thing that I focused on, just having full health every time I go in. Which by now I learned that's not really like an important thing. But yeah, I just used to like try to get a penguin and I just beach myself a lot, and it's just very annoying. I don't know, like there should be like a tutorial that like teaches you how to properly like get a penguin from ice or something about beaching yourself.
Yeah.
I just usually don't go for heals in Snowfall or Devil's Head. I just go in and hopefully get like a bunch of kills. I just hope that, you know, I get like 2 kills. I'll die once, but I'll actually like either be like either be positive. Never negative though, because negative it would just be, you know. But I just go in and hope that it's like positive, where like I may lose 1, but I kill 2, so you know I'm like they lose the extra life.
How could you say they could even like fix Devil's Head? Because like the only way I'm thinking of really like fixing this issue of like not being able to heal is like just adding more entranceways, I guess. Like on some saves you could just like add like an entranceway from the top, I guess. I'm not too sure. Like, I don't know how to really fix this map. I think it just like needs more entranceways and that's it, because it's kind of fundamentally flawed in design, I would say.
I agree with that because it's like a really, really complex map, and right, if like certain big rooms, it's just like the escape is so far and there's only one entrance. like you said, there should be like multiple entrances. I 100% agree with that. I honestly agree with that a lot. It's just very annoying, and it's like time consuming to find like a exit. But yeah, that would be very useful, I think. I mean, hopefully that fixes it. Maybe it may be easier to like get access to seals, definitely, which would be really, really helpful. But yeah, they definitely need to do something about that with the entrances and stuff. Definitely add more. I do agree with that. But yeah, that's the map questions. Yep, that's all I have for that.
I'm not too sure if you were even around for the updates to happen, but how would you say Thresher was treated in updates to the game?
I mean, I feel like nothing has changed, to be fair. Like, I have like, played the game for like a long time. So I like remember when I first started, which was like maybe 1 or 2 years ago. I can't quite remember. And Threshers remained the same. Like there's no changes, no buffs, no debuffs.
Yeah, because there's like no updates since the time you joined, really, I think. Since
yeah,
like 2021.
Yeah.
Like this question's kind of weird because like if someone just didn't play the game before it's answered, then it's kind of hard to get an answer, honestly.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, I don't think there were any changes. I feel like Thresher's a pretty balanced shark. I like it. There's not really like any nerfs or buffs. Like I wouldn't have like people complain about, oh, Thresher's so OP. No, it's a very balanced shark, and I feel like everyone agrees with that. So I don't. Yeah.
It's very skill dependent. If you don't know what you're doing, then it's gonna be like the worst shark in the game because the thrash damage is just horrid. But if you know what you're doing, then
it's hard.
Then it's gonna be very lethal.
Yep. Just gotta play a bunch of Thresher games to figure it out. That's what I did. But yeah, that's how I got for the updates.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yep.
Okay, so would you say playing Thresher gives you any transferable skill to other sharks or maybe other games?
Transferable skills, definitely Big Eye, right? If I just master Thresher, I will most 100% move to Big Eye and have 2 sharks to mess with. Because Thresher is fun and stuff. And right now I am like a one-trick Thresher main, but Big Eye would sound really fun if I could figure out how to use Big Eye.
With Thresher and Big Eye, I feel like their ability has some similar ideas, but I don't think it's really transferable. I would say for Thresher, what's transferable to Big Eye is stamina management. I think they have very similar stamina. And like if you know how to move on Thresher, then you know how to move on Big Eye. It's on Big Eye you just kind of have to adjust your camera control, but I think on Big Eye and Thresher you have very similar stamina. So I say their movement is very similar, but like you will be using your camera a bit differently than on Thresher. And definitely like just going for different scenario because you have to aim for divers that are like near walls and like
walls.
Like on open water, Thresher can still have like a very high DPS because like grab and tail 5-head, but
if I'm like focused on Big Eye, which maybe if I do, I like the first thing I think about is like maybe like target like divers and corners and stuff. I know like the tail was similar, but like it's like Thresher could just like attack, like for like Big Eye, you're gonna have to like push them into a wall in a way. And kind of reminds me of like how Hammer does it in a way. And I'm also not that good at Hammer. I actually like struggle with that. Just like sharks that have to like use walls as like part of their ways to kill. But movement wise, I agree. Yeah, movement wise, definitely. I'll definitely know how to move around. Tail wise, I mean, I know how the tail works. And I honestly would have no idea how I will be able to like take out a diver open water, but I guess I could try. But yeah, no, it definitely could transfer over to Big Eye. I actually might try Big Eye today if I do get on. And see like the differences because I do know how to move around as it, and I do have a very nice skin for it. So I mean, might as well. Yeah.
It's not like you have much of a choice. There's like 2 skins.
No, I like my Big Eye skins. For some reason, I have a really good Big Eye skin. Like like the Revenant one.
Yeah, it's the only skin that isn't like the Steam DLC. It's the only one.
Yeah, it's like I like it. It gives me like a Halloween vibe,
Yeah,
basically, like skeleton and stuff.
Since like Big Eye was out like in the last year of the game, I'm not really too sad about it not getting many skins because it got like some solid skins, but like only 2 skins. I don't know. I hope that Ammo Box actually like has like an actual plan with like if they don't even like if they cannot really like make skins, I would at least appreciate them if they like added more workshop content. I'm not too sure if Big Eye actually has like a lot of workshop content. I might check that later. But I'm not sure like I don't know if people made like big eye skins or if it's only like Thresher, because like there's this like there's like xenomorph Thresher skin on the workshop, but I'm not sure if people like are making like big eye stuff. I might have to check. Yeah, there's nothing for a big eye on the workshop.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I honestly, so you know how so like Box got the game, right? But they like got it, but they
Yeah.
like quite understand it. So it's probably gonna be hard for them to find like similarities with the skin where they like kind of match the style of like the other skin as before. So like maybe like a recommendation for them is they could like maybe do like add a little like fan art channel for like people that just could like draw a bunch of shark skins like real, and
Yeah.
if they find any ones that they like,
They
they
could
could
buy
add
the
it to the
license
game
to
and
them.
like
Yeah.
give credit to them, like maybe add a name. Well, probably like
I feel like the
they're probably not
safest
gonna
way to do
pay,
it.
but
I feel like the safest way to do it is just like to like, because like they don't really own copyright for like the shark species.
Yeah.
Because shark species, they like technically own like the model and the design. So I say
Yeah.
just like purchase the license to the skin. Like
that that will work. Yeah,
like if you have the
And-
money, then like go for it. Like especially since
that
like
is true.
like you're gonna sell that on the work, like on the marketplace. So you're gonna make that money back if people are interested. So like if you just make a good offer, then someone might just like if people are down to go for that, then yeah, you could just make
for that.
money. You can make easy
Yeah.
money, and someone can get paid for their work. It's that simple, really.
It would be nice, yeah. Especially like with players that actually know about the game, so it would like the skins will make sense. You know what I mean?
Web would be a trillionaire if that happened.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, it would be fun, honestly. Like commissions and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like thinking about this idea where they like do like artist commissions, but like I don't know if that will work because like if you're hiring artists, they never like know about the game. They might just make really, really flashy or really nice skins that is pretty, but doesn't really help you as much when it comes to winning or getting kills. You know what I mean?
Which I think it's
But yeah.
fine. I don't think we like need 70 skins that are like just meant to blend in. I think
Blend in.
like making skins that are just like focused on looking good is not a bad idea, because some people just don't really care. Like if I cared about like winning,
yeah.
then I would just like run King, I guess, on bigger, but I just don't really care.
Yeah.
I just run Revenant because
Oh.
it looks cool.
Yeah, no, okay, I meant it as in like, I don't know, like just what I said, like not big flashy skins. It's like
No, I get
really
it. I get
easy to
it.
see, yeah. But yeah,
just
it
has
would
to
be
like
fun to
fit
make
the eye.
flashy skins.
It should just
Yeah.
like stay true to the aesthetic of the game.
Yeah, fits with the aesthetics, makes sense.
Like the dragon skins for the sharks are kind of pushing it, but I think they're still like fine. Anything more than that, I think, would be a bit too much, I would say.
I mean, I've seen like dragon skins on like Great White and stuff, and I could kind of see it. Like I could see how they like had the idea. Like I could see like the visual, like the idea behind that. But I do agree. Like if they try to add the dragon skin on any other shark, it wouldn't make any sense. Great White is just really, really buff. Like he's a very big shark. He's a very chunky boy, so it would make sense to make him like into like a dragon, a chunky dragon. Yeah.
Like if it doesn't look like a shark anymore, then like if it doesn't have like any elements of like a sea creature, then I think it's a bit pushing it, because like Orca, for example, I say it's fine. Dunk is also like fine, because like they're still like fishes. And, like even the dragon skins, like the shade for Lemon, for example, like it has like fins.
Yeah.
Like like if you just
Yeah.
add something that isn't like in any way a sea creature, that kind of is just a problem. Then like again, the sharks that like get turned into dragons in some skins are like fine, but like if you mutate the shark even more like beyond the dragon, then I would say that is
Yeah.
a bit too much. But if people buy it, then I don't really care. It helps the game.
I mean, yeah, definitely to add more skins. I
Yeah.
do, yeah. Oh, maybe they'll figure it out. I feel like people are creative to make like skins. Like they don't have to necessarily think of skins. They could just, they'll probably figure it out with
Yeah.
like. So I am looking forward to like skin bundles. Maybe they'll do like a skin bundle. I don't know. Like most of the games I play, they do like a bundle. So it'd be nice to have like a bundle, instead of just one skin, which I
Yeah.
think is a scam. Like no offense to the game, but it feel like I get scammed if I spend $20 on one skin and not a whole bundle. But yeah.
So speaking of skins, actually, that's a very good segue, because the next question is: do you think
Yes.
Thresher has enough cosmetics? What is your favorite cosmetic on Thresher, and what would be your dream skin if they let you design a skin?
Okay. Favorite is Zippy. 100% million times I would say Zippy over and over and over again. It's my favorite skin. I use it a lot. I mean, you probably know that, KMD, because we played before,
Yeah.
right? You saw me use that skin over and over and over again. That's my number one favorite. I don't think anything's gonna change that. Even if new skins come out, well, we'll see. But I do really like the Thunder. It makes me feel like Thor in a way. Even though I'm not really like I'm not trying to be Thor, but it just makes me sound cool. You know, like I like it. It's a very cool sounding shark skin. When I mean cool sounding, I meant like the noise the tail makes.
It has good sound design, yeah.
Yeah, really good sound design. Top four, right? So by top four, of course, number one Zippy. Vulcan is also I like I'm just like sticking to like the element type of pattern. Because the next one I'm gonna talk about is the ice one. But Vulcan, it's like the fire one. It just looks like magma. In my opinion, just looks very cool. I don't know if it's gonna blend in with anything, but I feel like it's a really, really cool skin.
It might be good on Devil's Head, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, color-wise, it could be good for Devil's Head. Maybe like maybe not Breed, but like maybe Antigua, I guess. Like it's very warm, but I wouldn't say it would like blend a lot. But yeah,
I think there's some,
no.
Sorry,
Olmec is a bit too like blue. I'm thinking
Blue.
Antigua because if I remember correctly, Antigua has like a purple-ish tint, maybe a bit pink.
Purplish tint Antigua. Yeah, no, it does. Yeah. What about Ohm Base?
Home base, I think specifically in your lighting only really. Oh, Temple would be good. Temple would be really good.
Oh, Temple. Oh,
Temple,
yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. It'd be like really dark. Yeah, no, there are really dark areas. I'm just trying to think of like maps that have like just a little bit of dark areas we could blend in with.
Crude, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Crude.
Okay.
Maybe.
Whatever.
Yeah. Third one, Boreas. It's the ice one. I'm pretty sure the only time I'm gonna use that skin is if I get into a snowfall game. It will blend in very well. I'm pretty sure I'll probably have new players that'll be mad at me for like camouflaging it so well, because like it's like just such a good skin. If I just bring that skin into snowfall, they will not see me. I hardly doubt it. I feel like not even the vets could probably even see me. Well, I haven't tried it out yet, but if I do get into like a snowfall game, then I would definitely use that skin. It'd be really hard to see. I'm very confident. But I also like how cool it looks. Like I said, I'm like the element vibe. Just like my top four is like sort of like you see like the pattern lightning, fire, ice. But yeah, the ice one's very cool.
For sure.
Little Lantern, I got the skin. I have the skin. Sorry, I have the skin. I like it. I've like been switching between the two. I didn't do it when I was against you because I like Zippy a lot. But I've been like trying to quote unquote take a break off of that and like switch into like more of a chill shark that doesn't make thunderous noises, because not a lot of people likes that, especially divers. They do not like the Zippy noise. But Little Lantern is cute. It like blends in. It's all black. It has a little bit of white glowy pearls on its fin and stuff. I feel like it would blend in good with any map. Just any dark maps in general would be really good. And it has such a nice touch of just decoration on its body. It's not too much, not too little. I think it's a very cute skin. But yeah.
Okay.
My dream skin, right? I forgot. I'd say I guess it'd be cool if they add because now that I think about it, right? There's like lightning, fire, and ice, right? And I've been recently thinking about this. This was not my idea before, but it would be really cool if they make like a earth skin, like a nature type of skin where they just like have like either plants covering the shark or maybe rocks as the skin and then plants as like the outside or like the decor for a Thresher. And then it'd be really cool if they change like the noise of the tail to like sound like an earthquake or something, or like just a big boom. Like I'm trying to think of like sounds that like relate to like nature or like earth, I guess. But like I guess the earthquake would sound cool, I guess. I don't know how it's gonna be used. I don't know how they're gonna put it in, but
would it look a bit like stony for Tiger, or are you going for like a different vibe?
Stony like Tiger, but Tiger has coral. Like that skin has like coral.
It's more like it's more like coral themed, but like I guess like more green, I would say, like grass or
more
stuff.
Green. Yeah, more green, like grass, vines, flowers. Vines will look cool on it. Flowers, maybe like I don't say like a bunch of flowers, but like maybe like one flower, like one really, really slightly big and I'll say vibrant, but like just I'll say maybe like a yellow flower maybe will match good with green. I'm not sure.
That would be
vibrant,
a very
or
pretty
like
skin,
a purple
I would say.
one. It would be very pretty, yeah. But as far as like the tail sound, I don't know how. I'm like hoping for like a new sound. You know how like, Zippy is
Yeah.
lightning. Earth would be earthquake sound. I don't quite know. I don't know what sound they could make it into, but earthquake sound would be cool. It'd be weird to like incorporate into it, but if they could figure it out, it would be very cool. I think, me personally. But yeah.
Okay.
Um,
So, do you have any interest relating to Threshers outside of the game, or are you strictly more like, I like Thresher and Depth?
it's the second one because I didn't know any of those sharks existed until I played Depth. I had no idea. Absolutely zero. I think the only ones I've heard of is gray white, hammerhead, and tiger, and that's it. I did not know lemon was a thing. Didn't know Thresher was an actual shark. I literally had to Google it, right? Because I thought the game made it up. I was like, maybe the game made the shark up, and then I literally Googled it, and it turned out to look the exact same thing in game. And it turns out they use their tail as well to like stun fishes and eat them. I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Goblin, did not know Goblin was a thing. I didn't know Mako was a thing either. Yeah, it was just a bunch of. So it's definitely the second one for me. Like I like my shark, of course. And I do think sharks are cool, but I'm not a nerd about it. I just think they're a cool animal because I love animals, and sharks is one of, in my opinion, one of the few coolest sharks. Sorry, animal, not sharks, animal. In our planet, I feel like it's a very, very cool animal. But I just play Thresher because of like the mechanics, how. So I would say maybe not because of the looks. I just like the ability and the character. But yeah.
Okay, hell yeah.
Mhm.
So, how would you say you treated in matches as a Thresher main?
So against vet players, which are like my friends and stuff, I just get bullied a lot because they know exactly what to use against me. It's not like new players who are like, oh, which one is good? Maybe I'll try like something like, I don't know, Tox on a really speedy shark, and it just does nothing to me. Or well, you said Trank, right? And it does absolutely nothing to me. It doesn't affect me in any way. But yeah, new players, it's like, I don't know, like I just absolutely crushed them. But like with my friends, with the vet divers, I get destroyed. They know like what to use against me. I beeline a lot, like I said, which I really need to change that. So they could just headshot spear gun me. There were like instances where I get like shot from like a mile away because of like tagging, which is really annoying especially when I'm trying to hide. And they chase me a lot. Also, like it's an annoying part. But yeah, I could still like hold my like I could still like go against veterans and stuff, but it's just, I don't know, it's hard. It's really hard to play against like vet divers because they know exactly what they're doing compared to new players who are like have no idea what I'm doing. But yeah.
Okay, so do you like playing against Thresher?
I don't mind it because I don't really run into like many Thresher players. I don't think I've met like any other Thresher mains, like one trick mains, not just people that play Thresher, like just one tricks. Have not met someone like that. But I mean like I feel like bad ones is very fun because they don't know what they're doing. They're like me, like the first time when I try Thresher, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just spam clicking tail. Hopefully I hit someone. Or I'm like going and I grab someone and then, or I panic and I like slam. I use my tail before I even reach them or do something dumb like that, which most new players would do as well. It just makes it fun. Good Threshers though, they're scary. I played with Ken once, like when he was Thresher, and he was scary. And he plays Zippy as well, and that's how I like love that skin. Like it was like because I like that was like the first time I saw it. But yeah, Ken is scary. If you play against a really, really, really good Thresher that knows exactly what they're doing, it just goes by like in a blur. Like I blink and the game already ended because of how fast it was, and it's scary. Just single lane goes in, kills all four of us, gets out like nothing, like it just without even like I don't know. He wasn't even sweating, I don't think. But yeah, it was scary. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Good Threshers, it's kind of scary. Well, I haven't really went against. Oh, I guess I ran against like Reed when he played Thresher, but like I don't know, Ken was probably like the scariest Thresher I ever like played against as like a diver. Bad Threshers, not I think it's fun. I'm not quite scared. I don't mind Threshers playing against Threshers, but yeah, it's like just depends on whether they're good or bad, basically for me.
Okay. So, what would you say is frustrating for people when facing a Thresher?
See, me personally, when I played Diver and Reed was Thresher, the really annoying part is they're very, very hard to shoot. I've tried so many times where I tried to shoot Reed and I just couldn't land a single shot on him. And I'm questioning my aim, right? Because I'm good at FPS games. Like, quote unquote, I'm a Valorant player. I'm really good at my aim, but I can't hit him for some reason because he's so fast. He's like a really, really fast moving target that's really, really hard to shoot. Thresher wise, because like drive-bys, like I do drive-bys a lot, so I also got the other end of the stick where I see like this Thresher just go in, or like replay Thresher, he goes in, takes us out and then leaves, and I'm like just looking around. I spin my mouse around trying to like figure out what the heck just happened, and that happens to me a lot. And so I'm not good of a diver because sometimes I just like I don't know, I like focus on like the one area where like they just don't appear out of, and then something like happens behind me, like I feel like I hear like a tail noise, right? And then I turn around and then I wonder what the heck just happened, and I see everyone dead. I'm just like, what the heck just happened? And I'm just alone in the room, like I just like I just get confused. I like have instances where I just turn around or I just look everywhere. Like I literally just spin my head in a 360 trying to find this guy or trying to find Thresher or any fast sharks. It's so hard. It's so hard. It's so hard, honestly. But yeah, also frustrating for divers. Med kits as well, because with like really good Threshers, you have to like spam med kits. I don't quite do that as much. It's more like my teammates do that, because I just grab money because I like grabbing money, and sometimes I like to make it back to Steve with the money. I just buy like weapons and stuff. But sometimes I would like spam med kits a little bit, but I hardly do that. But it is annoying how you have to buy med kits a lot, because you could use that money for anything else. Maybe you could buy like a supply kit or something, but you have to use a med kit because you have to put that as one of your priority lists compared to like other useful items. Because med kit, it just heals you. I mean, it's important, don't get me wrong, but does it help you kill a shark? No. Does it help you reveal a shark? No. Does it like stop their abilities from like hitting you? No, it just heals you. That's it. It just saves you from dying. That's it. Which I guess it's like all you need, but like I don't know. I feel like me personally would use any other item besides a med kit. I don't really quite care about my health or surviving. I just want to kill the sharks. Also the part of having, being constantly worried about being distracted, because I said like a few minutes ago where I look around, I have no idea what the flip just happened, and then I just look around, I'm wondering what happened to all my teammates because they're all dead, and I'm trying to figure out what the heck just happened, and then another just zooms in and takes me out instantly, and I'm just sitting there, I'm like, what just happened? Because I'm like, I get like so distracted, especially with fast sharks, like Threshers and stuff. It's just really easy for you to focus on one of them. I try so hard to take down Reed, and I just aim all my bullets at him, hoping one would land. And I'm just focused on that one Thresher, right? That one shark, the Thresher, and I get picked from behind. I get taken out by a tiger or a copper. And I don't know they're behind me because I'm too focused on that one shark. Because Thresher is a real, really good distraction. It get in and get out. And mostly when you are inside, everyone's like fire, like it will be pointed at you. Like everyone's attention will be directed towards you. No matter how much they don't want to do that. I feel like it's like I've watched like a YouTube shorts about how like it's like when humans focus their attention on one specific thing, they block out everything else in their surroundings. They focus on that one thing only, and anything else that's like within that range, like they would not notice at all, which I thought was very fascinating. But yeah, that's why it makes Thresher a really good distraction, because if everyone's attention is focused on you, they're not gonna focus on your teammate. They won't even see your teammate, because apparently that's how the human body works. I mean, I've seen a short about it. I thought it was just very fascinating. There was like tests being done where like if you focus on one thing so clearly, you don't realize the other thing at all. But yeah that makes it very, very good, actually. Yeah, that was just a little fun facts. Yeah.
So what would you say people don't understand about Thresher?
Don't understand? It's very hard shark to figure it out. It took me a long time to figure out how it worked. And before that, even when I started, others just taught me how to like break like utilities and stuff. he didn't quite like teach me like, oh, he did teach me like a little bit how like the tail worked and stuff, but he like just focused on like teaching me how to break utilities and stuff. Because in my opinion, I guess like that's slightly easier, which it is kinda. I just have to, because those they don't move, right? They're stationary. So I just go in, hit them with the tail and get out. And I've like done trainings where like he makes me like think of like for example, he leaves one window open and he just sits in a specific area and he tells me to pick a window between the two and see if that's the right window to go out of, stuff like that. I mean, it helped a lot. I feel like, I don't know, it's just a very hard shark to like play. You have to figure out how it works. You have to figure out how the tail works. You have to figure out, you know, I guess like the mistakes you made were like, oh, like why did I die here? I did a really perfect like run, like drive by. How did I die? Stuff like that. You have to like think about it. Because me personally, I learn from my mistakes. Sometimes, not all the time. I still beeline, even though I die a lot. But sometimes I do. I think about it. I'm thinking, oh, how did I die? And what mistake did I make? And I should avoid doing that most of the time. Yeah. So it's a very, very hard shark. The skill ceiling is very high. Second most hardest shark to play. Of course, Big Eye takes the #1 spot. But it is the second one. Yeah, Big Eye is so hard. No, I still don't understand how Big Eye works till this day. Maybe because I haven't tried it yet, but I haven't tried it yet when I play Thresher, you know. Before I was playing Thresher, I tried it once because I thought it was interesting. I got absolutely destroyed. So I was like, oh, it's a really, really hard shark. But haven't really tried Big Eye like ever since I became a Thresher main. So I might actually try Big Eye and see the difference, or like how well I do compared to like me before. Where I get maybe like I think I got like 0 kills with Big Eye. Yeah, I think I got 0. That's like a really sad part actually. But that was like when I was really, really bad. So yeah. You know, hit and run tactics, what I said like about drive-bys and stuff, that's another thing. Players use Thresher just to like damage. I've had like this game where this like random, right, just picked the exact same shark that I did because they're new. And at first I didn't realize that at first until I saw how they played. They basically just did what I did like, you know, before, like when I was like a new player. I just grab someone and start thrashing. I don't think about using my tail at all, basically, is what that person was doing as well, their first time doing it. And they don't do drive-bys. They just go in, hit someone, even though they're in like a room full of like divers. Just target one guy, grab him, like hit him with the tail, grab him, like thrash him in a corner, and just for them to like die to like 3 divers, and then the 4th one doesn't even die because you didn't use your tail properly, or you didn't use your tail at all. You just start thrashing. But yeah, so definitely hit and run. Like that's like the #1 most important thing. And I think that's it. Honestly, it's just mostly hit and run. You want to like think about like how you want to like plan out, you know, because you can't just go in blindly. You're not like a tanky shark, right? Gray whites could do that. They could go in blindly and get like a bunch of kills, and it doesn't matter if they get out or not. They don't have to think about it. Hammerhead as well. They have to go in, get like a bunch of kills, heal back up, and they could just go out whatever, like the way they came from, whatever. Thresher is different. You can't insta-kill someone. You can only damage someone and then kill them if you're lucky. So that makes it like different. You have to like think about the strat. You can just go in and just like, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna go in. I'm just gonna kill someone. No, that's not how it works. You have to like think about it. Especially you have to plan out your escape routes. So it just becomes like So it just you have to plan out your like, you know, like routine, like, or strat, like a pathing basically. You have to plan it out so that when you grab someone, you disappear instantly, and everyone else doesn't know what's going on, what's happening. Just like me, we're like, what the heck just happened? Like, why did everyone die, and where did that shark go? If you just have like a pathing created, where you just like think about it, it's like really easy for you to grab someone and get out as soon as possible. And most of the times, divers don't even know what just happened, especially with the new players. They have no idea what happened. Vet, maybe it'll be different for them, but yeah, just thinking about it, you know, just using your brain. It's a shark that you need to think about, like, not, you know, just how you want to play it. Be very sneaky, pick someone off, do damage, and get out. Most important thing, just to get out safely. Because Thresher is not it's a support shark. So you're just trying to damage. Kill doesn't matter. It's just a support shark. So you're just trying to get out, basically. And you're saving your lives for, like, you know, your teammate to use, or your teammate could go in and get all the kills, or help you take out the weak ones. Your job is just to get in, damage, and survive. Basically is what that's my opinions on that.
Okay, so how would you change Thresher? Balance, aesthetics, accessibility, literally anything.
That's a good question. I feel like it's a really well balanced shark. It's a very, very fair shark. But like I was given this idea. This is like a really, really broken idea by a nemesis. Which I honestly kind of agree. I literally said, I told him, I was like, I'm putting that. I said, I'm gonna use that for the interview. I'm just gonna say that. And so the idea was if the tail attack worked like had like a serrated teeth, you know, like part where like it just when you hit someone with your tail, they start to bleed out. And so they have to go out and find med kits or do anything to stop the bleeding, which honestly is really useful because usually when I damage them, if I just hit them with a really good tail and I use my electroreception, almost all the time, always their health is halved. There's no like changes to that, or no matter how good of a tail shot you land on a diver, if you don't grab them and thrash them, they're just gonna have half health. I've had like multiple instances where I do a really, really good tail hit and they only lose half of their health every time. So it would be really, really broken. It would definitely like decrease the health in a bit. Like it won't go from always like half to maybe to be like half to like a little bit to maybe like no, less than half. I'm not really that good with like math terms with like, you know, fractions and stuff, but you know, you get what I mean. But yeah.
That's actually a very interesting idea.
Yeah, it is. It would be very broken as well. I don't know. I'm not complaining. Like half health is good because I could just go in again. But I don't know. I want to like make divers slightly lower, and bleed would really help with that. Bleed and tail would like bleeding, making them bleed out is probably a really good. I feel like it'd be broken, but I feel like it'd be a really, really good ability as well. Like it'd make me happy. I'll be broken, but it'll make me very, very happy. I'll be a very, very happy Thresher main. Very happy if that was the thing. So another thing, medkits, maybe like, you know, less charges on that, make it more expensive. Other things, I guess, like other nerfs, maybe like tagging. You know how we talk about tagging with like, oh, that honestly works for any shark, but they maybe like could nerf tagging to make that would like be really good as well. Diver side, like diver question wise,
I
yeah.
would agree, definitely.
Yeah, just like maybe drop it to like what 5 seconds? Will 5 seconds be fair? We're cutting it down to 5. Would that be fair, or is that too broken?
I think Placoid has 5 seconds, so I would make it like, I don't know, maybe 7.
Oh, 7. Yeah, yeah. Just like yeah.
And make Placoid like, I don't know, 4 maybe.
Maybe. I just feel like tagging is way too long. I just have to wait it out. You're wasting 10 whole seconds.
This is definitely way too long.
It's very frustrating. And here's the thing, like there's you know how like there's a sonar, right? And then you just use that sonar to like it does like a big ring, right? Like an area ring. And if you're just caught in it, I feel like they should also shrink that range by a little bit. Because there were so many times where I'm like just out, right? But like the tippy tip of my tail just touches that ring and I'm marked. And
I feel like
probably by even a slight pixel, and I get marked. That's so annoying as well.
I feel like sonar is fair by itself, but I feel like if you have more than one sonar, it gets problematic. I don't know how realistic it is. I don't know how realistic of it is as an idea, but I think every single sonar that the diver like for every sonar in the match, the range or like the AOE of the sonar should decrease. Like for every sonar that is in the game, like if you have like one sonar, you get like the general range, but like if like 4 people have like a sonar, then the range is very small and the AOE is also very small. I think that could be a good way to balance it, but I'm not sure how realistic I don't know how realistic of it is to like have them code that. I don't know how like they would do that, but if it is possible, then it could be very good.
Yeah, because I also have instances where as soon as I'm tagged and it wears off, I get tagged again. So they need to make like a cooldown where like you can't get tagged again.
Yeah,
I feel like because it's really annoying. Like I get tagged, right, and I swim away, finally wears off, and then I get tagged again, and it's really, really annoying. And it just like wastes my time.
Just add like just add invisibility frames to tagging, so you can just
invincibility. Maybe like 2 seconds. Maybe would 2 seconds probably enough? Like 3.
I think 1.5 could even be fine.
1.5. Yeah. Honestly, just like a slight gap where I could just slightly kind of breathe and like find a way to like recuperate because it's like impossible to do that.
Yeah, I feel like one lunge could just circumvent another like sonar hit. I think like just one lunge could be good. Yeah, because like if you just like do one lunge, then I think they are just gonna miss on most sharks.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah, but
tagging's get nerfed.
I think like invisibility frames for tagging would be good.
I agree. I feel like it's the only thing that needs to be nerfed. Like everything else, you know, bleed is annoying, like drag is annoying, but it's like it's fair.
It's fair,
in my opinion. It's very fair. net also, even though I hate net, but it's fair. Especially like it doesn't really matter for Thresher. I just get Razor Friend. I can get out. It's very easy for me to get out of the net. Volley jet as well. Like I said, it's fair. There's it's just tagging. Honestly,
I wouldn't say
just feel
volley
they
jet
need to
is
do
fair.
something about tagging.
I would say
Volley
volley
jet,
jet
yeah.
is like 100% not fair.
Not fair? You think so?
No, it has the highest DPS in the game and it's not punishing at all to use. Like for a weapon with such high like damage output, I think it should either have like way smaller spread or it should have like way longer. It should take way longer to like shoot their shots because like it's a 2-tap. Like it like within a second you can kill like most sharks in the game. The only shark that can kinda counter like volley jet is like Great White inability, and even if they just like are left with like very little health. So the volley jet 100% needs rework or needs to get like giga nerfed because it has way too much in it to be in the game. It's the only shotgun in the game, and this shotgun is so absolutely insane it's impossible to like deal with it if they just know when to shoot it.
Okay. I mean, well, I only used volley jet twice. So if you say, I'll agree with you on that because I don't really have much info to work out of. Like I said, we only use volley jet twice. I can't really judge on that. But I mean, yeah. I mean, if you think it's just unfair, then yeah, I'll agree with you on that one because I don't know. I just used it. I used it twice.
It's reload. It's also like just way too fast. Like I don't know how you can get like such a high damage weapon and give it such a short reload. I feel like even like Speargun is definitely not that fast, but like Harpoon, I think is a bit faster than Volley Jet, I think. I'm not too sure.
I think so, yeah.
But like most rifles have a very, not a very, but like most rifles have like kinda medium length reloads. When Volley Jet is like probably shorter than most of the rifles in the game, when it does like triple the damage that the rifles do.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That
But
is
anyway.
crazy.
But to get an idea of you, how seriously do you play? Are you more competitive or casual?
I am a casual player, but I take games very competitively because throughout like my games, right? It like kind of like I don't say it builds my character, but I play a lot of competitive games. So like turns me into this person where like it could be a casual game, but it has like any sort of a competitive or does it have like something like against like a team versus team type of thing. I do get very competitive. But I am a casual player, but yeah.
Okay, so does Thresher have any text per se? Like any kind of skill expression that you can show that is like obvious? Like, if you go into the room, if you use the power, they get damaged. Like something that might not be intended, and if it is intended, it's not like very well known. Like it isn't like described anywhere in the game. Like does Thresher have any skill expression?
Tech-wise, well, a lot of the things I've said before, hit and run or drive-bys, that's one of them. The tail damage as well, it's like the most important thing in a Thresher, basically. You can't do your hit and runs, you can't do your drive-bys without your tail, or like without using your tail damage, basically. You always have to make sure that the tail has to land, because if it doesn't land, and I've had this incident happen to me before, where I just missed my tail completely, and I have this diver in my mouth, right? And I'm trying to survive, so I'm trying to kill this guy as fast as possible, and I just barely managed to kill this person. But usually half the time I just get stabbed to death, usually when you miss your tail, which is the really sad part. I have to thrash really hard with my mouse to like try and survive, maybe with like a slower health. So you have to make sure your tail has to land. What I like to do is I like to sometimes just hit someone with my tail and grab them. But usually when I, if I just struggle kind of and I just miss my tail a lot or I get really unlucky, I just change from like, doing that to grabbing someone and then tail slapping them. And it still does the same ability. It's like the same amount of damage as tail and grab. So yeah, that's also like another tech. Breaking diver utilities, like I said, it's like one of my favorite things. That's like my appeal, like what makes like Thresher appealing. Being able to break diver utilities, it could break anything. If you just like time this correctly, you could even like technically break a mine. Well, I would say not break a mine, but like activate the mine with your tail and not get damaged by it. Or you could use that to kill a diver, which I've done before, and it's very fun. I'm like slowly starting to figuring out like the mine to like how you have to like hit it in a way to kill divers with it. It's very fun. Something else, if you want to just troll around, or if you're going against someone really annoying that like to spam mines all around the map, do that. Definitely use that to because those are annoying. I've had instances where I was so close to winning, and then I maybe the rest of my 10 lives is basically wasted by just dying to mines every single time, and it's at the most sneaky, like unsuspicious spots like ever. And I don't even mean to go into that side, but like I just like slightly move to the right just a little bit and I die. And I don't even know there's mine there. So sorry. So it'd be really it'd be really useful if you know how to use your tail and kill a diver with a mine. It would certainly teach mine spammers to not do that. Hopefully, maybe they learn that lesson, because I find those people very annoying. But another one, break diver utilities. Like I've said before, you could tail whip through, breakable walls. You could break walls. And I've talked about this before, where I like would see a wall and someone would be standing in front of the broken wall, and I break the wall, I grab that diver and get out, basically.
Yeah.
There's like this strat that I was shown, or like this I would say strat, but like this like I would say probably new method that Icarus showed me like weeks ago, where there's like where if you could get Killer Instinct and Vitalized Frenzy, you could grab a seal, lunge to a diver, use your tail first, kill the seal immediately, and then use it again.
That's so funny.
That is I have no idea about. I feel like I don't know if Kitten knows it, except because like he's MIA and I can't really ask him that. But Icarus found it. I'm pretty sure he's the one that like discovered this tech. And I told Reed, Altus, and Nemesis about it when they were in call, and they literally like they probably like I forgot if they believed it or not, but they did like get on the game just to test it out, basically. And I was one of the diver testing dummies, so they like killed me over and over again to get enough points, and it works. It works very well. But I wouldn't use it in like an actual game, especially if you're losing. If you're winning by a lot and you just want to troll around, or you just want to be like, there's players in like games, in any games where they just like to troll around, be funny, then you could do something like that. If you don't care about winning, it's a really, really fun tech. If you guys want to try it out. But yeah, that's most of the Thresher techs.
Oh yeah.
For that.
So, would you say Thresher has any bugs?
I don't think so. I don't think there has been any bugs, in my opinion. And yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you have any advice for Thresher to new players?
So, okay, new players, if you do play Thresher, right? And this is based off of this one random team that just copied my shark, and I've seen how this person was struggling and trying to play. Definitely, use your tail. Your tail is there for a reason. All sharks have abilities for a reason. Use them. Don't just treat Thresher like a shark that like any other sharks. I've seen my one like new player, probably very, very new to the game, that just took the shark because I picked it. I'm pretty 100% sure that's why. Just struggle a lot. Half the times I see him just like thrashing like divers, and I never see him like use his tail or like get like a really, really quick kill. He's like always thrashing. Never uses his tail. Make sure to use your tail. All right. Tail is very, very important. You have to like utilize that in your like kills, basically. Like you go grab and then use your tail, right? You don't have to just thrash. It's not like any other sharks where like, you like the only way to kill them is thrashing. Like you have like a tool by your side to help aid you kill divers faster, or to kill them really quickly, or damage them. So then remember to use your tail. I like to do this thing where I talked about where I like to do tail and grab, right? And then grab and tail is also another thing. So if you do try tail and grab and you're missing a lot with your tail, or you just don't know how your tail works, or like how to hit a diver, or like the range of it, then you could just grab a diver and then hit them with your tail. So just don't start thrashing. When you grab someone and you have your tail active, use that tail and then start thrashing. Don't start thrashing right away. Only thrash when you run out of when you use your tail and your tail's on a cooldown. This another one, using your tail creatively. I've been trying to do this thing where instead of just beelining and hitting them, I've been trying to dodge to the right, like swerve to the right with my body, where I just bend like maybe like a 90-degree angle to the right, use my tail that way, or I bend 90 degrees angle to the left, use my tail, or I flip my tail up and down, because Thresher is like a very flexible shark. I mean, if you like hop into a custom game, or just any random game, you just move your mouse around, right? You don't move your Thresher, the shark, but just move your mouse around and you'll see how flexible your tail is. It's a very, very flexible tail, basically. So it's like easy to change directions and stuff, especially you're against like veteran players that know how to dodge the tail, because I have like instances where they just swerve to the side and dodge my tail, or they either swerve to the side to dodge my tail, and how I deal with that is I can either back off, recuperate, try again, Or usually when I get lucky, right? When they do that, I like hit my tail to the direction or like, their point, like they're swerving at, and then I hit them and then I get out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's also another one. Well, also if you want to damage, right? Because the main thing about Thresher is your support shark. You're trying to damage. It's only to damage one player, one diver, but it would be really, really helpful. And you should also like focus on this as well. New players, new Thresher players, damage multiple. It doesn't hurt to like, it doesn't hurt to try to damage multiple players, especially when they're clustered together. Definitely like, be brave and just go in and hit as much of them as you can. It's okay if you die. The important thing is you damage like a bunch of them so your teammate could go in and get all the kills or get like 2, and then you could go back in and pick off the rest. Because you're a support shark, not trying to get kills. Of course, it's also okay to focus on one guy, which I like to do where I pick them off one by one. But that's only because I go against veteran players, divers, and they, open water, they don't ever like cluster in a group. They always like do their own thing. So that's why I have to pick them off one by one. But like new players, they like to like huddle up, stick to like a little group. I've never seen like new players ever decide to leave their group and try open watering or try getting money. It's like really rare to see that. It's very rare. So definitely they're clustered in a group, try and hit all of them with your tail at once. And it doesn't, don't worry about failing or not. It's just the effort of you trying is, better than just sitting there. And it's a perfect opportunity and you should definitely take it, like always. Doesn't even matter if you miss. Like if you hit at least one, it's still a win for you in a way.
Yeah.
But yeah. Let's see. Oh, this other one as well. I've like had instances where I like just stand still randomly, right? Because like I'm thinking or I'm like trying to plan something out. And like Reed swims behind me and bang sticks me, and I just don't know where he came from, and that's because I stood still. So you never want to do that, basically. And I've learned my lessons. Took a while, but like I did learn my lesson. So you want to make sure to never stand still as any shark. You always want to keep moving. Even if you're thinking about like a strat, just still swim around and stuff. Because if you're just stationary, it's like easier for them to hit you for veteran players. And especially when they're hunting you down, you should keep moving. If you just stop randomly and you're trying to like me, where you like try to plan out something, where I hardly do that anymore, but they'll just sneak up behind you and take and kill you because you're not moving and you don't know they're behind you. So always be moving, never stand still. Yeah, that's also another one that's also another really good advice.
Okay.
Also, this one for this last one for the new players. If you're going against pro players, right? Gotta thank Altus for this like advice. It was a really good advice. Because I play pro divers a lot, and Altus is like a really, really good pro diver. So his advice is like really good as well. So don't go serrated teeth on Thresher, because if you go serrated teeth, it basically like lets divers bleed out basically. And what they have to do, right, is pro players will just start spamming medkits because they're bleeding and stuff. And from like what I said beginning, that Thresher like players, we hate medkits. All right, we absolutely hate them. So do not go for an ability that's gonna just make them start medkit spamming at the early stages. It is not good. It's not good for you at all. You're just giving them an example to pick the worst item that could like ruin your chances of winning. Medkits are really annoying. So like anything that you do that like prompts them to make that choice is a bad idea. And which honestly the only one is just serrated teeth, especially with pro divers. They will start medkit spamming like eventually, but you don't want to start early game where you just get serrated teeth and you get one, and then they already start spamming medkit early, and it doesn't help you out. It just makes your life 10 times worse, basically. But yeah, that's all I have for the new advice. Yep.
So what is Thresher's counterplay?
Like I've said before, medkit spam, bleed. I mean, I guess I could just, do I really have to like repeat what I've said before or?
You don't.
Okay. So yeah, all right. Yeah, just medkit spam, bleed, volley jet, volley jet's like really good with like hitting small targets. Drag is good, especially when Webs used it on me, and I finally understand like I feel like drag's pretty OP. Just kills all your stamina, slows you down. Splitting is also good. Splitting just, it lets your bullets split into 3 different directions. It just makes it easier to hit smaller targets. Big targets you don't quite need splitting for, but smaller targets, it's just easy. Splitting will be easier for you to, hit smaller targets and stuff. APS splitting heavy barrel, is also another good one. Heavy barrel is like, just like really high damage output. Heavy barrel, pretty sure can like just absolutely just destroy your like health in an instant. Heavy barrel is really strong because it's like slow, but it focuses on damage. And if you could land heavy barrel and splitting on a thresher, it's really OP. Because like splitting makes it easier to hit small targets, and heavy barrel just increases the damage. And yeah, that just makes it really OP. And thresher is a very fragile shark. It's like a glass cannon. Another reason why I like it so much. So any like ways to shoot it easier, as long as you could just shoot a thresher and like damage it, like just have like an add-on or like an ability, what do you call it, like something on your like gun that like just
Modifier.
Something on your gun that just like easily take it out. Like just heavy barrel and splitting, really good combo. Really annoying against thresher. Like I think it's very annoying. But yeah, those are like some counterplays you could do.
Oh yeah. So taking everything into account, how strong would you say Thresher is?
I say Thresher is a very strong shark because I've seen how Kitten plays and he's scary. If you're a really good Thresher main, which he is, I feel like in my opinion he's probably the only one that mastered it because he's good at every single map he plays as a Thresher. It does not bother him at all. But you have a shark like that, like a Thresher play like that, where like no matter what map you pick, right? You could pick Double Stepper, you could probably pick Snowfall or something, and they still absolutely just destroy you. There's not really a nerf to like, you can't really quite nerf a master Thresher with any map like preferences and like the environment. It just wouldn't matter to like a master Thresher. Normal Thresher. I won't say I'm normal. I'm pretty good at Thresher, but like I feel like if you're just not mastering it, maybe you're like close to mastering it, or maybe you're just like in between like new and mastering it, then it's like slightly like balanced with the strength thing. I mean, it's like still strong, but it's not as strong as like a master Thresher. Like again, Thresher is a really strong shark, but like you're gonna have to know how to use it. You need to know how to use it to make it quote unquote strong. If you don't know how to use a shark or a Thresher, then it's not gonna be strong.
Yeah.
Even though it is a strong shark. Yeah, if it's in the right hands, it's good. You just gotta know what you're doing basically. If it's in like a new player, it's not gonna be strong at all. But if it's in the hands of someone that knows what they're doing, then it is going to be very strong.
Yeah. As we discussed like earlier, it's very skill dependent. That's the potential.
Yeah, it is. It is very and also I've said before, second, hardest shark to master. So because of like the high skill cap, like the skill cap is very high. But yeah, I feel like Thresher's a pretty strong shark in my opinion. I think it's a very strong shark. You just gotta know what you're doing basically. From all of that, just remember that part basically. Everything else I've just said before, yeah, that is the main part.
Okay, so what is your opinion on Depth's current balance?
So I think that new sharks and new divers is balanced because everyone else, they're all like starting out in the game. And I'm like recalling the times where I've like gotten into a game with like a bunch of like new players and stuff. I think I can't quite remember it, but I felt like it was pretty even because I was killing a few sharks. They were killing me a few times. I feel like it was like pretty balanced in my opinion. Like we were losing, they were kind of losing lives as well. I forgot if I won or they won. I don't quite remember. And so, but yeah, so I feel like it's pretty balanced. I don't know. I forgot who won, but we were very close. That's all I remember. It's like the lives were very close when I was going against the new sharks, and I was a new diver and had like a bunch of like new diver teammates. But I feel like if it wasn't, or like, sorry, if it was like, if I do have to pick between a side, just like which would be like slightly better new player wise, probably divers, because a lot of people play like FPS shooter games and stuff. And I was good at first, don't get me wrong, I was good. When I went against new sharks, right, I did like diver. I used to like diver, but that was only because I was fighting against sharks that were new, they didn't know what they were doing, and then so it was just like a really easy target for me to shoot. Because me myself, I'm an FPS player, so I'm good with aim. I'm really good with aim, but only with like sharks that are like an open target for me. It's just the easiest target for me to hit. But yeah, would say maybe in the mid range. I'm trying to recall, right? Like when I play shark in the mid range, I feel like it would be more shark sided because I remember playing more sharks when I like started to get into the game way more, like mid game for me. Mid game stage for me, I definitely started to play sharks way more because playing as a diver at that time. I say I quit diver during mid game, but I just didn't like diver as much as early game because like it's starting to be harder and harder to shoot sharks because they're starting to figure out slowly. They're starting to slowly figure out what they're doing, and it just makes it harder for them to shoot now. They're starting to be very sneaky. They're starting to figure out how their abilities work and stuff. And diver wise, you know, I mean, you get all the good weapons and stuff, but like it's like you don't understand about the modifier. I feel like most shooter, like, you know, divers that like play FPS games, probably just focus on the gun. You know, they don't quite focus on the modifiers and stuff, where they probably don't know what to put on a modifier to quote unquote be good on that shark. Because before thought a long time ago, I thought Tox was the best. And that was like mid game me. That was mid game me. So I'd use Tox on any shark. It didn't matter if it was a fast shark, a really tanky shark, which it is good against tanky sharks. But I never used bleed. I thought bleed was a horrible modifier. So I'd use Tox. Yeah, no, I thought Tox was the best modifier. And then so I would keep on buying Tox as a diver without knowing, right, that, it is good against tanky sharks, but if it's really fast and small sharks, it's not that good. And, you know, it took me a while to figure it out. And that was mid-game me. That was mid-game me when I thought Tox was good. But yeah, so it's definitely more shark-sided because sharks are figuring out their abilities and stuff. They don't necessarily have to figure out what they have to upgrade, right? Because their abilities are already very useful. It's just figuring out, like, you know, modifiers. It just makes it hard for the divers. Because when I played the mid-game diver, I noted what any of the modifiers did. I just picked Tox. Like I said, I thought Tox was the best, but it wasn't. And I didn't know it depended on sharks, so it was definitely more shark-sided in my opinion. Higher up above that, like maybe like late game. My opinion, because I go against like a lot of, you know, like veteran divers and stuff. I've like usually it's like hard to queue into a game like when you solo queue. It takes like a long time. So I would like usually play if like, you know, we would get like a full lobby or my like, you know, a bunch of friends get on. I'm just playing with a bunch of vet friends. And, you know, most of my games I just play with a bunch of just veterans. So in my opinion, if I have to say, probably diver sided because veterans are really hard to deal with, veteran divers. And this is like me when I'm like trying to like recall late game. I play like a lot of shark games. I didn't want to play diver at all. But yeah, like even though like, you know, quote unquote, like for example, Chomper, like Chomper doesn't like it when I queue like shark a lot of the time, so I just go neither. But I do like shark a lot. I'd rather play shark if I had like the chance to, even though I get destroyed a lot. I'd rather play shark way more than I like to play diver. I like shark a lot, but yeah, so I'd say it's like I feel like divers are way stronger.
Yeah.
And this is like me trying to recall late game. Yeah.
I feel like it's very like easy to fix in my opinion. Like it's not as complicated. I mean, maybe not easy, but it wouldn't be as complicated to fix as in other games maybe. Because I feel like it's like on the top of my head, like you should kinda maybe do something about volley, obviously. Maybe adjust DPV a bit so gold isn't as easy to access. Maybe make it a bit more ammo dependent to eat through like ammo.
Yeah.
Maybe like
maybe
I feel like the strength of diver comes mostly from the fact that you can get gold fast if you play for gold.
Yeah,
if you play
it
for
is.
Gold,
Yeah,
it can be very tough for shark. Even if they like try to target the gold collectors, it can still be very difficult. So I'd say if they like just adjust the gold economy, and I think a very important change will be to make the ammo like the ammo box, haha, ironic, but you know, make it limited ammunition, so it's not endless.
Limited.
And let divers buy ammunition bags, so you can decrease ammo for every weapon. To make ammo an actual resource, you have to manage, same as health.
Yeah.
I think it never made sense for me why you cannot buy an ammo box, but now it makes sense because you kind of have to leave your safe to get the ammo. But I feel like if the divers can get gold so fast to access stronger weapons, I think it would be a good idea to limit how much ammo a box can have, and let divers buy ammo boxes.
That would be a really good modifier, actually. That would be really good. It'd be fair. my
Yeah.
opinion.
Because you
It's-
either
I
get
mean, it's,
stronger
like,
weapons
funny
or you
too.
get more ammo. Yeah. So you always have
Yeah,
to like
it's like
spend money
already
on
not
ammunition.
fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that was very smart. Maybe like let's just hope that they consider that as an idea because that is a really really good idea. I didn't even think about it like that. To be fair, I mean, I know of course I know about like the gold thing, but I didn't think about like the ammo and how like it'd be fair if we like maybe just limit the ammo. I never thought of it like that. That's a really good point though. I like
Yeah.
it. Yeah, it was a really good point.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Dev is currently struggling with new player experience and a very steep learning curve. How would you fix this issue?
So how I would definitely the tutorial's not too bad because when I play the tutorial as like shark wise, I like the diver was pretty clear in my opinion. Like shark wise, it only showed me one shark, and that was the shark that I stuck with for. I mean, I think early to mid game, and mid game is when I started to change the Thresher. But early game, I was a Tiger main, only because that was the only shark I was shown how to play. I was scared to touch any other sharks. Because I'm the type of player, if I like find something that I'm comfortable with, I'd stick to that a lot. And this is why I'm a one trick main, the Thresher main. But if I get really comfortable with shark, I just stick to it. And because of that tutorial, it never like pushed me or urged me to try any other shark. I was a Tiger main for so long. I didn't try any other sharks. I didn't even consider the possibility of like clicking out any of them. It was just always pick Tiger, move on, click ready up. That's it. I never so it would be cool if they added tutorials that like showed you like the different abilities of shark, like switch from like sharp POV to sharp POV to sharp POV, and then at the end add like a tutorial where like teaches you how to like maybe kill, like maybe something where like starts off with Tiger and then do like a little scenario where like shows how its ability works, switch to like the shark after Tiger, well, maybe like lemon, and then switch to like another POV, and then throughout all the POV go to the very like when it's at the very end, make it so that you switch back to your Tiger Shark, and then it teaches you how to, get players, like kill them, thrash them to kill them, add points. It'd be a really long tutorial. So I would say like add it to like the original one. I'd say like make like a separate one. So if people are really interested in how like any of the other sharks work, they could click on that option. Because I feel like combining the two would just take a really long time. And I hate super long tutorials. So I understand that feeling. So maybe like just a separate tutorial of how the sharks work. It will probably just I feel like it would just get more players to like try out new sharks and stuff. And if players don't try out new sharks, they'll get bored of the game eventually. But they'll never because they never had the incentive to try out a new shark, Oh, that's only some players.
I feel like Marvel Rivals does this very well, where they have like short video clips showing off how like the ability like looks and works. I think they could like I don't have to like add it to the tutorial per se, but I think it could be nice to make like a page that's more of like an actual guide to the game, because they have like a guide to the game, but that guide isn't really good. So I think like if they added that to the guide of the game, that could be pretty neat. My issue with the tutorial is also that it doesn't really convey much about like choosing angles from which you want to attack the divers from, and it doesn't really focus much on stealth besides like the Tiger ability, I would say, because like you can really beat the tutorial by just going back and forth between the same spot and attacking from the same spot, and the AI just doesn't learn where you come from in the tutorial. Like the bot doesn't just predict where you are coming from because you keep going back and forth. So if they teach you about like picking like unique angles, then I think it would be way better. That would be
cool. Yeah, no, that is a good idea. Well, let's see if they code the AI to like make it better.
Yeah, because like the thing I've been trying, I think the most in depth when I was like new to the game is like not dying frame one I enter a room, Yeah. And it was because I kept going from the same way. I never like tried something else. So
yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, no, that is fair. I also used to just go into the front entrance. I don't think about any of the side entrances. I just go head first into the Yeah, no, I feel that, yeah. But yeah, definitely need to add more to the tutorial. This other one, which I know like Nemesis already mentioned in his video, but I just want to add on to this. Competitive, just add like a ranked mode. I feel like just make the game way more fun.
Definitely.
Like I'll give you like examples of other games, like why I find like other games, like for example Valorant fun, like because it has a ranked mode. I'm not like I don't like join the game as a new player and I'm fighting a bunch of like Radiants or like Immortals, like those are like really high ranked, super high ranked. like top, 0.1%, just for the people that didn't know about Valorant. Maybe most of you probably do. But like, for example, the 0.1% best players in the world in that game, I'm not going against them. And it's like, I'm like levels 1, for example, and I'm fighting like level like maybe 530 somethings with like 1,000 hours into the game of Valorant. Like,
I feel like
so
because of
Yeah.
Depth's like issue with low player base, because
Mm-hmm.
even when the game was like getting updates, like the highest peak that Depth ever had was like I think 10k, and the average was like I
Yeah.
don't know 2k players daily or something like that. I feel like with the player base and the numbers, I think like ranked could have cause some issues with queue times. So what I would say to mitigate that, at least for the like until you get like more players in the game,
Mm-hmm.
make people able to queue both for casual and competitive at the same time, so the queue time stays unaffected, but they told you what kind of match you're in when you're entering it. It's like you're queuing for both casual and competitive. So if you load into casual, the game like tells you this match is in the casual mode, or like this match is in competitive. Your rank will decrease if you like lose or something like that. You know.
Ooh, yeah. That would be cool.
That will make queue
That's
times
such a
way.
good idea.
Like, people can pick and choose what they want to queue, but if they queue for
Uh-huh.
both, then they will not have queue time issues. So you either like just want to play the game to get a fast queue, or you want to like,
Options.
or you want to grind
Yeah,
your rank.
okay.
Yeah, either queue
Oh,
both
yeah, no,
or
that
queue
is
one of
smart.
them. Yeah.
Queue both for one. Okay, yeah, no, okay, no, I agree with that. That's actually really smart. Being able to do both and like separate. I don't think any other game has thought of that, to be fair. But then again, they don't really have much of like a queue problem as like Death does, right?
Yeah, because Def has like 20 people daily.
yeah, that's unfortunate. But yeah, rank mode I feel would help.
It will help with retention, especially if you get some like end of season rewards for your rank, like you get like a
Yeah.
cosmetic or something, like a badge or like a name color or whatever. Like,
Ooh, that would be cool. Yeah.
if you incentivize people to play ranked and not just for the sake of getting someone a rank, then I think like people would just play the game way more.
Do you think there should be like 2 separate ranks, like one for Shark and one for Diver? Because it like
Yes.
yeah, I was thinking about that as well.
I feel like if like you could do both like a rank specific to your rank, and like I mean they should rework the levels too. Like I was about to like say, we should get like specific role rank and like role in general. But now I realize level is really just like rank for like both roles technically. So I say rework the leveling system, because level 100 doesn't matter. Like level in this game matters nowhere. Nobody cares about level. It just shows how long you played the game. So incentivize people for getting like higher levels. Like give people like actual rewards for leveling up. Even like if you want to give them like just give them like a rare chest or something. I don't fucking care. Like
a chest, yeah. Maybe like or like a free skin bundle. That's if they make up new skins. But chest would work. But if they do make a ton of more skins in the future, skin bundles would be nice.
The current issue with Dev, even while the game is like just not being supported anymore, a very important issue that Dev is facing, and based on my analysis of like how the game was like throughout its entire lifetime, there is not much incentive to keep playing the game. People just play the game for the sake of like liking the gameplay. There's no like rewards besides the events. If there's no event, there's no reason to play the game, because you don't get anything from it. You only get level, which doesn't matter. If you're level 100, you just don't get level, so you just don't have a reason to play the game. So we need something to keep player attention, and we need to actually like make new players not queue versus like veterans. That's my take.
No, I agree with that. Well, like I said, something they have to figure it out. But if they do add like a ranked mode, that is yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we'll have to see. Yeah.
Okay, so how do you feel about Amobox buying Dev?
Well, I am excited that Depth is finally getting attention, because I was told, right, a long time ago that, by Altus, that the game, the devs are, like, the original devs of the game are gonna work on a Depth 2 game, but it's gonna take maybe, like, a year or a few years to, like, work on it. I'm like, ooh, okay, because I started to like the game a lot. And then they kind of just gave up on the idea, and yeah, that's just kind of sad, and they're not kind of, like, doing anything about the game and stuff. And well, that's probably why like the players are starting to die out, because there's nothing being done to the game. And I was excited. I thought there was gonna be a Depth 2, because that's what I was told by Altus. Like, and I'm not blaming this on Altus, but I think he talked to one of the admins or something, and they said they were gonna make a Depth 2, but they lied. And like I said, I'm not blaming them, right? But like, still, it's just kind of disappointing after hearing, seeing that nothing's being done to the game. So I am very, very excited and happy that Amobox Studios decided to buy off Depth and decided to do something about it. Trying to revive the game and stuff, which I do really, really appreciate it. And honestly, I feel like a lot of players or a lot of vet players would be very, very thankful if Ammo Box could revive this game and we could get like a bunch, maybe like hundreds of players into depth, and that would be a really, really nice thing. I feel like some ideas for like Ammo Box, if they are listening, definitely give depth more attention. Like if you wanna like get this game to like have like hundreds of people to join, you're just gonna have to give it more exposure. Cause I had no idea about this game. I didn't even know this game existed. If it wasn't for my friend Church that sent me that one link, I would have probably never ever found that. And that's a really, really sad thing. Just to like the fact that I only heard about this game through a friend, and I didn't even know this game was a thing. I didn't know it even existed. Cause there's like hardly any exposure to it. Like I know Altus used to make like dev videos and stuff, and then Reed would post some of his videos, and then Kim would post Thresher videos, and and just like a bunch of people would like do small videos. But it's like exposure wise, it's not that much. We don't have like any other, YouTubers or content creators that's like
They
able
have
to
been very dependent on like advertising for content creators and not been like advertising in other ways. They have been very dependent on keeping like content creators engaged, and when they didn't engage content creators, they just left. So they lost all their advertising because they didn't keep like their attention for the main source of advertisement in their game.
Yeah, no, it is. It's like I like one of my favorite YouTubers I like to watch, Smitty. He does like a lot of just like game reviews, like his friends and stuff. He made a video about Depth, and they only played hide and seek. But yeah, okay, like I mean, don't even I love his videos and stuff, and I still like the YouTuber, but like I feel like that's like I don't know, like I don't say this is like the wrong exposure, but I guess like it showed people that this game actually existed. But I would appreciate it if a big content creator, instead of playing hide and seek, would play an actual game.
Yeah, like
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure most of the players that didn't even know this game existed, like if I was new, right, and I watch Smitty videos every day it comes out, and I see this video, I'm like, ooh, I click it open, and I was like, oh, it's just a shark hide and seek game. That's nothing special. He's not showing any other game modes of this game.
Yeah.
And so people are just gonna think it's a shark hide and seek game. Like I would think that if I didn't know about this game and I clicked open that Smitty video, I'm like, ooh, it's a shark hide and seek game. They never played any like blood and gold game modes, which is really
it's like definitely not malicious. It's just kind of like
of course it's not.
I mean, they didn't really think that they would like have to advertise the game in a way. I don't think there was like the idea of coming across, but like it definitely like misrepresents the game a bit. Especially since, like,
it does.
Do you really go into depth and play hide and seek? Like you bought the game and thought this was the most entertaining part of the video game to show on the YouTube channel?
Blood and gold is way more fun, me personally. Hide and seek, maybe I played like a few times, maybe like once or twice, maybe 5 times or 4 times. I can't remember. But yeah, I'm not like putting any like saying that Smitty shouldn't have done that or made a mistake or anything. Don't get me wrong, I love that YouTuber. He's still my favorite YouTuber. I still watch his videos every single day. But yeah, no, I just feel like I don't know, like if content creators do make videos, or like big content creators decide to make like a video exposure, like they should like focus on the actual game mode, not hide and seek. Not like maybe Haywire. Well, I don't know. Actually, no, not hide and seek or Haywire. Just show blood and gold. And like you said, KMD, right? Like how like they just focused on, Depth just relied on its survival on content creators making content, which honestly isn't a good way of advertising. So if Ammo Box Studio, maybe like there's some games where how like how you like find the game, right, by like giving like holiday discounts. Like there was like a few games I never even heard about that I opened, like I could like literally few games that I never even heard about that I found out only because they were on a Christmas sale, holiday sale, where it makes it cheaper. It doesn't have to be super cheap, but like put like some holiday discount on it, so like it pops up, as like a holiday discount. So people were like, "Oh, it's Christmas, right? Like I got like a little bit of money from my parents. I kind of want to get a game, but I kind of want to get a cheap game. So let me just search up like a bunch of holiday discount games that I could find. That doesn't do any of that, and I think that's why most people don't know about it, because there's no holiday discount. Like if it was Christmas, right? Oh, Christmas! It was like Christmas a few days ago, like 2 days ago. But if it was Christmas and I got like a little bit of money from my parents and I wanted to get a game, right? And it was Christmas, and of course I'm gonna look at all the Christmas discount games. I'm not gonna look at a game where it doesn't give me any discount for Christmas or any other holidays. So And yeah, I'm pretty sure there's like an option for that where it just like shows up like a bunch of just you probably just search up cheap and then there's like a bunch of like just discounted games that you could see. So if they could do something like that, you know, it will like people will at least see it. They can at least like see in their eyes like, oh, this game exists. Like, oh, this game is like I've never seen this game before. I didn't know it existed. Like, just have that idea of, you know, the game exists. I know about this game now. I've seen it. Like at least I've seen this game with my eyes, so I know it exists. But yeah, so maybe something like that. Holiday discounts would be really helpful. I'm pretty sure advertising it on Steam, like putting it in the front pages, would probably cost a heck ton of money. So you don't have to do that. But I do say like maybe add like a holiday discount, so at least people could at least see the game. Just like make like a small discount at least.
Yeah, I
feel
do know that like
yeah.
around sales the game doesn't really pick up in player base, but sales don't generate as much as you would think. Even though like the player count goes up on average, I feel like there's
Yeah.
like sales are still too little. I think
Too little.
I think a very important thing that they could do, and I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how like expensive it really is, or if it's even like something you need to pay for. I would assume it is, but whenever you open Steam, sometimes there's like additional window that just shows up
Yeah.
like news. If you could put the game on the first page of that thing, like new update, and like show some like new content that you added to the game, that could be like do a lot for the game, because like this window pops up for most Steam users when they open Steam, so maybe that
Oh.
would help.
Maybe. I don't know. I was just trying to think of ideas where like people know this game exists. Because the saddest
Yeah.
part is I didn't even know this game was a thing. Just like anything that would like get people to see with their eyes, like be able to open Steam and see this game and be like, oh wait, this game exists, or oh wait, actually, like I seen this game, or like I see a picture of it, or I like the name of it, just something.
Yeah, and
You know?
definitely I would say short form like platform advertising. You can get a lot of
Yeah.
advertising on short form platforms.
It would,
But-
yeah.
But yeah, speaking of like keeping players around, how long do you feel Depth is gonna last?
Good question. It's currently well, it was dead, right? Couple of days ago when I got on, was it maybe actually no, it was like a week ago. 50 players were on, which made me very happy. So there's still hope for this game. But you know the player count is still kind of low, unfortunately. Like
Yeah,
it's probably like it's not gonna. I'm hoping it doesn't. But like from what I've heard from my friends, they all think it's like gonna be a dead game. It's probably gonna die out like eventually. I'm hoping it doesn't. It's not I don't agree. I do agree with them, but I'm hoping that's not the case. And I hate that I have to agree with them with the fact that it is a dying game and it is going to die eventually. If Box Studio doesn't do anything about it, I still haven't heard any, you know, things that they need to do at least something. Something to revive the game. This game does not have much time left, unfortunately. But yeah.
okay. So speaking of like ends, what would make you quit Thresher forever? What change would make you like abandon the shark forever?
What would make me if Thresher Speed gets nerfed because I like speedy sharks. There's a reason why I don't play Great White or Hammer or any of the really chunky sharks that are, or White Tip, I guess. Well, White Tip is slightly, I don't know, honestly. I don't really know anything about White Tip. I played like once, so I don't really know how fast White Tip is. But just like the chunky sharks that like are super duper slow. I hate slow sharks. Me personally, I like speed. Slow sharks are just, I don't know, just boring in my opinion. No offense to like any of the, you know, Hammerhead or Great White players. I just think, you know, slow sharks are boring because like they're speed wise. So if Thresher speed gets nerfed, I'd probably move on to Big Eye. I'm being honest, I'll probably move on to Big Eye. If Thresher speed does get nerfed, I will probably move on to Big Eye. Another thing, medkits, if my kits get buffed, you know, if it gets maybe like 10 charges and it's like super duper cheap, it's like dirt cheap, you know, maybe like for like this is like all like stupid like assumptions, but maybe it was like 10 gold or something. And I just like imagine like medkits were like 10 gold and you just see divers just spam medkits everywhere, all over the map. Like they cover the entire map of medkits.
Yeah.
That'd be a nightmare. That would be an absolute nightmare. But yeah, something like that. If my tail no longer worked, that would also be annoying. Cause like what would be the point of a Thresher if your tail doesn't work on anything? If my tail just no longer broke utilities, which is like it's like the only thing that a Thresher have that what makes a Thresher very special is that ability. You know, being able to break utilities and stuff. So my tail doesn't no longer longer, you know, breaks utilities, or if my tail never did like area damage, like AoE area damage, then I probably quit because those are the two things that I really like about Thresher. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in like the first couple questions. But yeah, AoE damage, right? Like if it doesn't do AoE damage anymore, if it doesn't break utilities, if it's just no longer special, then I would probably quit and move on to Big Eye. I 100% will definitely move on to Big Eye if Thresher gets all of that happens to my poor Thresher, but I will move on to Big Eye. But yeah.
Okay, so this little section will be for you to basically advertise whatever you want if you have anything. Yeah, time is yours.
All right, everyone. I don't really have like, you know, sort of like a thing for you guys to follow and stuff, but I do have to say, if anyone sees this video, just please give the game a chance. It's fun. It's a really, really fun game. We need like, you know, a bunch of players. You know, just have to try it out. You know, if you don't like it, you could get a refund. Buy it, try it out. If you don't, you know, it's like you can get a refund on Steam. I've done like certain like things where like I buy a game on Steam and I don't like it and I refund at the end. Like, just at least try it. It's not you're not gonna get your money back or anything, but like at least give it a chance and maybe you'll like the game. Just like please give this game a try. If anyone does, like, you know, we have like a lot of just new people that see this video, please just give it a chance. That's all I'm asking. I do like the game a lot and I really hope, I don't want it to die, and, you know, give it a chance. Help us revive this game by, you know, becoming a player yourself. Maybe you'll just like the game.
So
Who knows?
the video is not gonna be out before the sale ends, but it is currently on sale for like minus 75%. It constantly goes on
Let's
sale,
go.
really. There's like so many opportunities to buy this game for free because it just goes on sale all the time. So I'm just saying,
It's a
you
very
can
nice
save a lot
game.
of money.
And just try it out. Yep.
Yep.
Doesn't hurt to try it, all right? Like, I was told by my parents, it doesn't hurt to try something, all right? Doesn't even matter, like, game-wise. It, like, applies to everyday life as well. But if you're the type of person that's not scared of trying something, try this game. It's not gonna hurt you in any way. It's not like this decision. It's like a life or death matter, you know? If you don't like it, you just refund it. But at least try it. Give it a chance. Please, give it a chance. But yeah, That's all I have.
So I would like to thank so much Ploof for joining me for this video. It was very pleasing to talk to you. For like the viewer, thank you so much for watching. There are some like cool buttons that you can click below. On mobile, allegedly there's this hype feature, so maybe it is available for me. I'm not too sure. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, then you know what to do. I hope I will be able to see you next time for Bull, and I'll see you next time. See ya.
Bye, guys.